So
if I find one,
here's mine here, quick. Oh no, sorry, I skipped you, Brenton. Brenton, what do you got? New
I
since
didn't
our
get
last
anything
show.
new.
All right, well that's why I skipped you. See, that
There
was
you
the
go.
plan.
You
Small talk.
Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Small Talk, the show where we talk about absolutely nothing important at all. We are on episode 67. Thank you for joining us this evening. It's draft night, everyone, so thank you for tuning in on this important night. Let's see. So first, I'd like to introduce, as always, we got Sean, and we are joined by the sweet Danny Lee.
What's up, guys?
And
great to be back.
Brenton. So,
Hey, guys.
all right. How are you guys tonight? How are you?
Good.
Doing good. Looking forward to Friday, man.
Yeah, doing really good.
What about you, Danny? Did you say?
I said good.
Oh, sorry, I missed. All right. So in chat, we got Toy Mafia, as always, first there, an hour and a half early.
Maybe we
Love
should
you,
do a
babe.
contest to see who's the first here. You know, like
No, because then
tally
people
that.
join like as soon as it's posted or something. But we got Tukathri, Punisher XS, Lane, Badfish, and Alvin, Absolute Irwin, Ekwan, Dennis.
Hey, what's up, Dennis?
He's saying hi just to you though, Danny. So you got to acknowledge him.
Of course. He just got in a
all
nice
right.
statue.
Yeah, thanks guys for joining. We got a lot. I would say the news is average for the amount that we got, but it's fun news. It's like shit that I feel like a lot of people are going to be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
There's some big things coming out here. Also, we are obviously missing one of our hosts here. Eddie is out having fun, and he sent us this video just a few minutes before the show.
Man, just took off. Didn't even tell us.
Getting litty with the milk, whatever it's called.
Is it the
Is that blue milk?
milk or the green
What's
milk
the
or
other?
whatever?
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
don't know.
It looks pink.
it's really, really blue.
Oh,
If you get it.
yeah, that looked like kind of red, but stage on. And then we got David Jones, Mark P. There he is. All right. So, yeah, we won't have a small talk, smaller talk segment today because we want to. First of all, we got a lot of good news, and second of all, it's the subject that we had planned. I'd really like to do with Eddie, just because he's a good jackass to kind of go back and forth with. So, yeah, so we'll probably skip that. But so be honest, is the new mic noticeable, guys?
Wait, both of you guys have the same mic. Are they both
Yep.
new?
So Sean's
I've had
had
mine
his
for
for
a
a
while.
while.
You know that if you got on more, Danny.
Jordan
I'm sorry.
Davis just went to the Eagles 13th overall.
What position's that? I don't follow this
D
college.
tackle. He had an insane combine. How do you not know this? He ran a 6'9" as like a 300-pound. Anyways,
Okay. Well, they want to get rid of Fletcher Cox, so that makes
Welcome to
perfect
Small
sense.
Talk.
no, they
Sports Talk.
re-signed Fletcher
Wow.
Cox. So
Yeah, I know, but they cut him
Wow.
to get rid of his money, and then they
Yeah.
re-signed him. But
so okay. Anyways,
can we just segue quickly? Because when
What?
they had Chris Long and Fletcher Cox, it was Long Cox when they'd stand next to each
Wow.
other. They would do it on purpose.
are you a Eagles fan, Brenton?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. That's who, obviously, the
Embarrassed the Vikings in that playoff game.
yeah, just out of nowhere. But Eddie says, reminds me of my Peter. Get closer, Dylan. Jesus Christ.
Dude, it is freaking pretty long.
It's
and
really
phallic
long.
looking.
It's like
Yeah.
at a perfect
Well, it's
angle where it
different.
looks long. Yeah, that's pretty.
Sean's not as bad because it's
Oh my
coming up,
God.
whereas
What?
Dylan's looks like it's just feeding right into his mouth.
Yeah, because it's like at an angle, so it's like perfect in it. This is why I don't like the mic in screen with me. And Zach today was like, "You gotta make sure that it's in screen with you." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, that's fine." Sure
Mine's off
enough,
screen.
5 minutes into the episode, I'm getting roasted already about it. So
Well, the stash doesn't help.
That's why he recommended it.
yeah. So, anyways, I'm pretty excited here for the show, and what will kind of kick into right off the bat here first is anything new that we have gotten since the last show. I don't have anything. Oh, also, real quick, I want to plug real quick. We recorded another showcase. It would be episode 3. It would be our third showcase. Small Talk is done for the NECA Gargoyles Demona, and we will be posting that. It's pre-recorded, but we'll post that to stream live next Thursday night. So we have content going on after Only Fools and Collecting. So, if you get off work and you're all caught up, then you still got something to check out there. So just to let everyone know that I'll probably be listing that up after this show. I didn't want to put that up on the same time to confuse people, but oh, Mark, we get this comment all the time. We were the After Dark before After Dark. Don't tell Zach I said that, but we've always been a pretty much a After Dark-y show. And also, I'm hearing whispers. I haven't even told you about this yet, Sean.
Oh.
But we may have a special return of someone coming in the next couple episodes as a guest star. So, yeah, Badfish, I think we'll do another spoiler talk at the end of the 6th episode, which is the finale for Moon Knight, right? So
How was that last episode, man?
Huh?
Hey, wait.
you guys watch-
I was in the middle of watching it right before I jumped on here, so don't spoil anything.
Yeah, I haven't actually watched it either, which is tragic, but it's
Well, I'm still on episode 2, so
I'm gonna channel my inner Sean and just say everything was so busy. Life is crazy. But no, so Pep's actually he should be joining us eventually here. He's been wanting to hop on the last couple shows here.
Nice.
He's been telling us so. And my Pep sign flew
Big
down for
Peps.
whatever reason. Yeah, so sorry about that. Sorry. I know the chat hates when I got the bare wall, so sorry guys. Okay, so things we got new. Sean, have you gotten anything new since the last show?
absolutely nothing. But I did do a couple pre-orders today on some stuff we'll be talking about later with the Black Panther Legacy line. So I got I pre-ordered the Vibranium suit and Shuri.
So is the vibranium suit the one with the purple on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I feel like there was something else. No. That's all I did.
All right, Fanny Danny.
How dare you? I had one small figure come in during the last time. I got it from Amazon. They actually canceled my order in the beginning because they had these
Son
fan
of bitches.
takeover, like it was a special edition, Ultimate Edition,
Oh, nice.
the WWE Mattel versions.
So
Like they were
okay.
only available for Amazon, but they sold out, or they took pre-orders and then they canceled, and then suddenly, like all of these shot up. Like they only released a few to people, and then they cut it off, and like they canceled my order, and then the next thing I noticed was on eBay all these things were going for like $80 to $100. So then I was like, okay, I guess I'm never gonna own this figure. And then I later on found out, like, I think 3 weeks ago, these popped back up, so you can still get them for $32.99. So
Oh, nice.
I feel bad for the people that paid $100. So never pay the eBay fees. But
Did you know that like all the
Because of
wrestlers
both the
hated
belts?
him?
yeah, I think so. I think they were jealous too.
I no,
Did you
I
get
don't think
propelled?
it was jealous.
But I heard he was what's it called, stiff. Like he wasn't as like how they all fight, or
Yeah.
wrestle.
Yeah.
Like you're not supposed to feel any of the pain, but I guess when
It's
he does
real to
it,
me.
you like those people felt the pain because he didn't.
Well, that's because
know
he
how
didn't
to-
do moves
he-
correctly. Like he
Yeah.
never learned how to wrestle.
I guess he was unsafe maybe or something. But they made a lot of money off him.
You know
He's a
what's
big
another
draw.
funny thing? Did you ever watch his matches and they were so fast?
Yeah.
Like he got
used to
in.
watch 'em.
That's because by the time he ran down to the ring and ran around and got in, he was already tired. So they had to end the match really fast.
Really?
Only some
Yeah.
of them. Some of them were kind of long. Well, I guess they weren't actually. Now that I think
Because he
about
used to always do that crazy thing where he'd like run full speed down and
Yeah.
like run around a little bit. Yeah, that wore him out and he'd be like out of breath then, so they'd have to end the match real
it.
fast.
That's true. His matches were short.
So are you going to keep them in box?
I think so. I don't know. I have a bunch of them. I have some of them open, but like the last, like 10, I've just kept in boxes. I like how they look when they have the belts, especially. It's like all
Yeah.
displayed.
That's what I was gonna ask. How many do you have, Danny?
Jeez, I have a lot.
You do.
I mean, I just buy the old ones. I don't have the new guys. Like I only buy the stuff when I was watching back in the 90s. So, but I have quite a bit. But half of them are open, half of them aren't. And I'm just too lazy
Okay.
to open them. But they're all in, like all the open ones. I put them in bins or a bin.
Sure.
Why do you have them?
So how do you guys normally? I guess because Sean opens his. Do you ever keep some of yours still sealed?
I did for a little bit, but I got away from it. I just don't have the space for the boxes. Like I'm already kind of looking at the closet where I do have all the boxes in, and thinking about which ones I'm just gonna put in like the little penny bags and stuff, and
Yeah.
put their accessories in there. Maybe just kind of throw them in the desk right here, and that's it. Because I mean, I got my Hot Toys boxes in there. I got my Lightning collection, the Legends I still have, and SH stuff. Like I'd probably keep the higher end stuff, like the SH stuff. But I'm thinking like Lightning collection and Legends. I probably just get rid of the boxes. I already went through a
Yeah.
big purge of the boxes one time.
Oh,
So.
if I open them, I'm throwing the boxes away.
Yeah.
But if I had the higher end figures like you do, the Mafex and the SH,
The
those
SH,
yeah,
yeah.
I would probably keep just in case I was to sell.
I have the
But it
pop
seems like
boxes.
the lower
I have
end,
a
like
couple.
$20 figures, even though they might go up in value in the market.
More than likely, you're probably still going to sell them loose. You know. if you're
Yeah, I
good.
think people still don't mind if it's loose without a.
I think
the
it depends
packaging.
if like you're trying to sell to a shop and you're going to, know you're going to take the loss. Then you might do the extra effort of putting them in the box.
Yeah, but definitely for like my 4 Horsemen figures, the Mythic Legions, I have not. I mean, I've opened them just to mess around with them, but then you can easily put them back in.
Yeah.
so-
That's
I
a
just
really
don't have
cool
a-
thing with their.
like a proper place to display yet for my like smaller end figures.
Sure. Yeah, it's a cool thing with those ones. Is how you can do that. What was I gonna say? Oh, Brenton, did you get anything new?
Oh yeah, after last episode. I got the Defenders Multiverse of Madness Doctor Strange, but it came with this really cool portal effect. And I
I'll give you
really like
$10
how
for
they
it
did
right
this. No way. This thing's awesome.
All right, 12.
And the Defender Strange is actually a really cool figure too. Even though he has a ponytail, which kind of bothers me, but It's actually a great likeness too. If you can see, like, they
I've
actually
seen
did a
that in
great job
stores. Yeah, I've seen
on
it
his face.
in my Target, and it looks good.
So I got this dude, and he was pretty cool. And then Dylan helped me find a guy that was selling this Mafex Hush Superman. And this guy is great. He's so much fun to mess around with. I love this guy. He's probably one of my favorite figures now.
Yeah,
So
great figure. It's a, I thought that was one that should have been up for figure of the year, like for 1/12 scale figure of the year last year, because I thought that was so good.
I like how the pegs work with that. They're so easy to switch the hands that I had no issues whatsoever. So it was great to work with.
Yep. Yeah, and Superman's an easy one where you can just be chaotic with his cape and it works out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's great with flying.
All right. So, is that all you got?
Yeah, that was it. That was it between those two. I did get a massive Lego set for my birthday, but I've been slowly putting that together, and it's kind of just too large for the table that I'm at now, because it's the '89 Batwing,
Oh shit. Okay.
and that thing's like 20 inches wide, so it's hard to.
When you get that
work
done,
around.
you'll have to show it off on here.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was gonna finish it on Bricks and Brews Sunday, so that's
There
my
you go.
plan. I have about one bag left.
Okay. Well. Okay. So I'll show what I got now. So first off, I wanted to let you guys know. I kind of did an unboxing here a little bit before, but I
that's
did
true.
it's the Stab of Hades figure. It's like a mix match or whatever. This is the box it came in. Yeah, Mix Max is who makes it. So third party figure, and it's really much so. I think kind of from the Arkham game is what it's mainly represented from. My biggest issue with it is some of the armor is a little wonky in the way it's like literally just a band around it, and they're kind of loose. That's not the end of the world. The most annoying thing to me is his holster here falls down really easy. Of course, now it's not doing it, but it was falling down really easy. I had to like shove it back up on the armor to make it stay for like his knife and it looks like an ammo clip. But the other thing, this I knew when I got this figure that the articulation was going to be bad, and it's terrible. Like the armor runs into each other. He's got like no ab crunch, pretty much, because of the armor is like the chest armor is all one piece in the back. But overall it looks great. Like great weathering. The blue is kind of almost a metallic-y blue. Really cool in my opinion. He comes with the like half skull, half orange head sculpt.
Wait, is this McFarlane?
Nope, it's
The
a
DC Direct?
third party.
Oh, third party? Okay.
Yep, this is actually kind of he's got soft goods in his legs, so his legs are really good, well articulated. But kind of like the Hot Toys one, the boots like kind of take away from a lot of it. Just the armor in general takes away from a lot of the articulation. But he also comes with like a regular Deathstroke head sculpt. So yeah, that one's really cool. And then he comes with an actual head sculpt of Slade Wilson. So, and it looks really good. You can't really tell in pictures, but for 1/12 scale, overall, Jesus Christ, what in the hell?
Still getting those ox dollars.
Damn it, Sean. Just kidding.
God damn it, Dan.
Danny. God. And
I
it wasn't
was
just like
actually
a
gonna
regular
show-
ringtone. It was like,
Oh,
wake up.
damn. You got 9.8.
How do you know?
Well, I don't know if you got 9 point. I mean, the CGC in general.
Oh.
No,
yeah.
he just senses it.
So we had a little thing here. It was called Pop Expo here in town. It was really cool. It was like I've been there before. They just renamed it. It was pretty much like the Fargo Comic Con, which is really small. Never been really worth my time. Every time I've been there, I've been disappointed. For the most part, this time around was a lot of fun. And it also helped that I knew what I was looking for a little bit. And one of the things I found was the new Moon Knight run.
Oh, nice.
#1.
See, it is 9.8.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I could smell
9.8.
it.
It does say it on the back, I guess. I didn't even know. So I guess you could have saw it. But so yeah. Danny just sniffed it out, I guess. He can smell it through the computer. Smell a 9.8. But yeah, I was really excited about this one. I have the regular, like the actual comic, and it looks like it's in really good shape. But I was like, God, like this thing, it was up for sale for $100.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, would you guys take 50?
Oh, you bargained.
And I was like, would you guys take 50? Because I do have one at home. And they're like, no, can't do that. And I think I ended up getting it for 60 or 65.
That's
Which-
still very good.
That's
I think.
still really good. Under CGC
yeah.
fees, right? Since everything's
Yeah,
increased.
It's like anywhere from 40, depending how much, who's pressing. I guess how much your presser's charging. Anywhere from 40 to $60, I think, to get it graded and shipped back and forth.
Yeah.
You know what though? I bet they were hoping that was like, since like the Moon Knight show came out and stuff like that it was going to hit higher. You know,
I'm
they might just
sure.
be trying to offload.
Yeah, there's a lot of Moon Knight stuff on display, like in the main area or the main displays at a lot of the stands there. But I don't have it out now because I had to put it away because we had our carpets clean. But I also got the Predator #1 comic, which I was pretty jacked about. And it looks like it's in
Nice.
pretty decent shape. I don't know how good. But I got that one. So I was really excited about that one. And then I got the 91 the rest of the 3 91 Jim Lees that I needed for the X-Men ones.
Oh, nice.
From the fold out, like extended, what do you call them, wraparound comics or whatever.
Right.
Like, because I got Magneto for like $5 from my local comic book store, and I was like, you know, this one's too cool not to, because I really like Magneto, and my ultimate plan was just to display that as a backdrop with my Mezco Magneto or the Mafex one once I get that. And then after I like was sitting there looking at it, I'm like, God, this thing is fucking sick. Now I actually want the other 3 that go along with it. And so then I found the other 3 there, and I bargained with the guy there because of the Predator, or I got the Predator comic from him there. And so he kind of gave me a good deal with all those on there. So yeah,
Oh, nice.
they didn't have much for collectibles. They really never do there. There was a few like in and out of box legends, but nothing real crazy. They don't ever have any like hot toys or anything high end there. But yeah, that was pretty much all I got. And the one thing I wanted to point out with this Deathstroke or Stab of Hades is just, I guess I kind of did say it, but the paint and the art. So these are the weapons too, by the way. It's taped
Oh,
up
nice.
on the tray, but
Dude's
you
jam-packed.
can't really tell because it's shiny, but they are very well weathered and painted. The whole figure itself is well weathered and painted. So if that's what matters to you, then it's a good figure in my opinion. Otherwise, if you need something articulated, which you can argue you would want out of a Deathstroke, this might not be the right one. So yeah, that's the kind of one bad thing there with it, because it's not the most articulated one. But overall, I'm happy with it. I like it. And that's all I got. So we can kind of kick it off here into the news. So to start off with the Mezco minutes, whatever. We got the Krieg. So this one was the deluxe double pack, or sorry, they call it the Salt on Creek 13 Squadron Builder. So it was a double pack, a white and a red one, which were already pre-released figures, and this was for $150, and they're already. I think a lot of people have either just started getting them in hand, or they just started getting them in hand, or they're getting shipping notifications. I just got one today, so yeah, they're pretty much shipping right away. They were up for a while, but $75 a figure for the most part. I think this is a really good deal. I got one because I don't have a red one. That's the only one I didn't have, and I'm so glad I didn't buy it now, because it goes for like nearly $200. And with that said, it was a Hong Kong exclusive. The red one was. The white one was released as an MDX that sold out. But the big news was this red one, for the most part, because both of these now technically are a re-release. Is that a re-release in John's book if they re-release but in a 2-pack like this?
I don't know, did they add anything to it, like the 2-pack, or take anything away?
From what I was able to find, they're the same figures pretty much. They're for the most part the same things. So I don't.
But this
think
is something you would. This is something you kind of like army build, if you If you
so
could.
That's, in my mind, that was Mezco's whole thinking with it, right? Is that their whole thing with this was that they wanted this to, these white and red ones specifically are supposed to be the army builders. This is like the setup that you're supposed to have, where like the red and white ones are supposed to be the ones you're supposed to have like the most of. I think there's 10 of them, between like 5 of each is what you're supposed to have. And then the murder hornets, the yellow ones that we covered last show, are supposed to be in 2s, because they attack in 2s or whatever. They're the murder hornets. I don't know. And then the black guy, the Black Krig, is his own. He's like the one standalone guy. He's the one who's different. The rest of them are all clones for the most part, and he's the like outlier kind of. So yeah, but for the most part, it's like they're the same figure. So yeah, Ekwan says definitely a reissue. I remember that red one was a pain to get. Had to Google Translate a China website to get it. Yeah, and I never did that actually. I just passed on it, assuming that we would get another shot at this, because as long as I've collected Mezco, when there's been some sort of like hard to get Hong Kong exclusive like that, there's almost always going to be another chance to get that in some sort of way with them. So this didn't surprise me, but this pissed a lot of people off that weren't, I think, expecting this or something. I don't know. It kind of created a rift in the community, if you will.
So you're saying it upset the people that overpaid?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Squid Game. I don't know why. That's just what I think of.
Like just like kind of the
way like the
are?
soldiers were, I guess. You know how there was like, okay, you had, I forget which one was the main guy that was in charge, and then everyone else had a different symbol on their mask to follow.
Yeah, so like the stories, I just read the little mini comic that came with the black one. And yeah, they're all clones. They're all supposed to be pretty much the same things, but they go through at the end of the comic, they go through the differences between them. The white ones obviously deal with the snow more. The red ones, I think, are the ones who try to take on Baron Benz. And then the murder hornets, they did some sort of massacre in the 2s, and then the black Krig was different in some sort of way. So that's all I got on them. But anyways, so yeah, 2-pack they're already shipping out. You can hop on the wait list as of earlier today, and they're shipping out now. So yeah, like I said, pretty much $75 each. That's a good price for these. I know a lot of people, like I said, were upset, but I'm glad that, we could get them. I'm glad I was able to get the red one as a cheaper. And it wasn't, the fact of, I wasn't able to get it. For the most part, we weren't supposed to be able to get it because it was a Hong Kong exclusive. That's why it was so hard to get, what Ekwon was saying. It was meant to be like that because they weren't supposed to be shipping it overseas to us for the most part.
So are you good with the 1 or are you going to go with 2?
What do you mean?
For the red one?
You mean like... So
'cause
this
you
is a
said,
double
like-
pack.
No, but because you said like what you're supposed to have is like
Oh.
5 of the ones, the 2 the.
Yeah, I suppose I didn't even think about that now. Yeah, technically I'll have 2 reds. I would like a second... I'll have 2 whites. I would like a second red one. That would kind of be cool, but I don't know. Once I get them in hand, it seems to like scratch that itch a little bit.
Okay.
So I don't know if I will or not. We'll have to see. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not mad about it. I know there's a lot of people really annoyed with it. I think for the most part it kills... All it really kills is, for the most part, people that, I guess shouldn't have had it in the first place or trying to make money from it. There are some people like Ekwon, I'm sure, who are maybe a little bit annoyed because they went through a lot of trouble getting it, but I would advise next time for Mezco specifically, don't do that, and go above and beyond for it just because of that. They almost always re-release them in some sort of way, and this is the only way you can get it now, $150 double pack. So moving on to their second big banger, so this one was just announced yesterday. So Mezco released the 112 collective. What up, Fern? Dak Watson doesn't bother me. I made bank selling it. Got these reissues. Nice. Alvin said Dopo. Yeah, so this one was a banger. They released yesterday. This is Doctor Doom. This is $155 and due of February to April of 2023. So this one was a long time coming. They teased us on this one for about 6 months, right? Like we just saw this picture, I think.
I think that was the one, yeah.
And yeah, so he's got real metal components, so I'm guessing it's going to be, I don't know, die cast per se in certain areas, but he's got a ton of different effects. He comes with a lot, so $155 is definitely steep, even for Mezco. But I was looking at some of the things, and there's a few things that I was interested with this. Number one, he only comes with 2 head portraits, but 3 of them are 3 interchangeable masks. So one of the head portraits, you can interchange the masks out with him. And then the other one is a couple different head sculpts that you put over, or like a scarred up head sculpt and then a different version of him. I don't know the comic book, I guess, looks of him a ton. So I don't know if there's supposed to be 2 different looking Doctor Dooms or not.
He should be actually scarred.
Yeah.
He is on this one, and you can kind of see it here.
But he should be way more than that, I think, in the comics, right?
Yeah, he was like Deadpool.
Defaced.
What is
it? Or
what does he get
that's
scarred
why he
from?
wears the mask, because he's so ugly.
Because he's supposed to be one of the more I guess pretty characters. He's like an heir of the throne and stuff, and then he covers up, right?
Yeah.
What does he get hurt from?
It was through the cosmic rays. The same thing, right?
Yeah. That the FF went through.
Oh, okay.
Or something similar. I forgot. Actually.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was due to the Fantastic Four. Kind of like a hatred for them.
One thing that I thought was interesting with this, I don't know, I could be totally overreading this, but they advertise a hooded tunic with integrated posing wire, and then a cape with clasp and metal chain integrated wire. So the hooded tunic that they say, I don't know technically if that's different than the actual cape. I'm guessing it's like the hood is on the actual tunic part and the cape is separate from the hood. So it's a little bit different than what we normally see for those types of figures. But yeah, he comes loaded. So yeah, 3 different interchangeable masks, 2 head sculpts, 2 removable belts, pouches, weapon holster, a hinged spell book with printed pages, kind of a classic looking Doctor Doom base. And then he's got a shit ton of hands, 17 hands, 1 pair of stun shocking FX hands, 3 pairs opposing. What?
I was just looking at the hands. He has 2 rocker hands. You know, that's always good
Yeah.
for Doom.
Yeah, he's got like the rock on hand, a pointer,
Just
projecting
needed
ones,
a
all
jumbo.
kinds of hands. And then he's got his electroshock weapon, electroshock effects, and 2 energy blasts, 2 electric flash effects, 1 spell effects, and 2 long rocket thrusters. One of the big things that he comes with is a cosmic power siphon harness feature, which features a light up functionality to it. I don't know anything about this thing. Do you, Danny?
Not really. I think was that from Secret Wars is the only thing I can think of. But I'm not
Really?
the biggest Doom guy either.
Secret Wars is on my list to read for sure.
Is that something he would have created to fight Galactus? Because you know he always wants
That's
to,
what I was
like-
thinking.
Interesting. Well, if any of you guys find out, let me know. But
I think
okay,
Tremble
so
does should know. He seems to know a lot about Doom.
yeah, so instantly, like this one, I purchased through my local comic book shop. It's a normal release, so you can get them through any Diamond distributor. So your local store. That's where I'm going through. But yeah, shouldn't be a big deal to get. So let's go through some of the comics here.
Oh wait, another thing was the 4 Horsemen worked on this, right?
Yes, so I was
Right,
actually
yep.
gonna pull up that post here. So
Oh, sorry.
Lane said, I think the Doctor Doom looks cool. He said, but not something I would get. Tremble Dust said, no, Doctor Doom is vain. Depends on the writer, but they have shown him having really scarred face or just a nick. So Lane said he forged his mask and put it on when it was still burning. I'm guessing that's supposed to say, and scarred his face. Equan said he's not hot enough for Lane. Tremble Dust also says in the comics his face was scarred due to Reed messing
I knew
with
it
an
was something. It had to do
experiment
with
Doom
either the
was doing
Panthers
in
or
college.
Reed.
Okay.
Yeah, because I thought Doom, Reed, and Sue all knew each other from school.
I think so.
'Cause they were friends, but he wasn't part of the ship. Like they changed that for the movie in like 2005. Like I think they put him on the ship for that movie when they went to space, but I don't think he was originally there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It had to have been something else.
Gotcha. But yeah, Tremble had a good point, but let's be real, Doom isn't coming until mid-2024. Fantastic Four is supposed to be out by now, pushed to July. Yeah,
Oh, there it
in that range. I think it's
David
still
Jones-
listed. On
David Jones
Mezco's,
says that Siphon is from Secret Wars, where he absorbs
it is?
Galactus's power.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that would actually be awesome. Now Sean is sitting the best of us now that he's got that Galactus on the way.
Yep. I heard
course.
about that storyline, and when I saw this guy get dropped, and we were looking at all the accessories and stuff, I was like, "Damn!" So, yeah, just like you said, Dylan, I called my local shop and look at the diamond listings, and I'm really close to jumping on this guy.
Yeah. So Fantastic Four, just for an update to everyone, is updated to July to September of this year. It was originally supposed to be out like March to April area, and it got pushed out again. A lot of their figures are getting pushed out, but I still say these all look fantastic except for Invisible Woman. That's the only one that didn't impress me, but I hope she comes out. I got these on order either way, but I will probably end up being wrong, but I fully believe that their intention was what I originally said, where I said that we won't see Doctor Doom until Fantastic Four is out and in people's hands. And it was supposed to be right now, pretty much. And now now since Fantastic Four got released, it looks like they just kept going with Doctor Doom. So good to see that they are trying to kind of coordinate them a little bit and have them, I guess, one thing to do with another. So this is what Danny was talking about. Four Horsemen actually had a post today where they said, Horsemen for Hire. We were thrilled to partner with Mezco Toys for our first ever project together, and what a project it was. Available for pre-order now is a 112 collective Doctor Doom figure. If you know our company, you likely know that the studio co-owner, H. Eric Mays, is a huge fan of not only Mezco's 112 collective line, but also of the Fantastic Four. In fact, CB says that this is his favorite supervillain ever. Needless to say, we are thrilled to partner with Mezco. I kind of cut it off there. Mezco Toys on this. One thing they did point out here, I'll try and find the actual post because I didn't even realize that there's more to it, because I already read it by that point. But they had said the only thing they hadn't done was the soft goods, right? I think. And then what was the other thing that they said they didn't do on it? Either way, it's a good sign. Here, let's see the rest of the post. They said, full disclosure, we did not work on the cosmic energy siphon or the soft goods on this figure. So the big, that siphon thing, and then the soft goods they didn't do much on, which they're not known for their soft goods.
Yeah.
So that's totally okay. But the sculpting and paint, if they had anything to do with that on this, it's going to be a very well done figure. Very well done. Probably the premier Doctor Doom to get.
He must have butterfly joints, though, because a lot of figures you can't cross their arms like that, like the way he's standing in that bottom right picture.
Yeah, I wonder if they... Yeah, I bet you... I'm worried that they have... that was photoshopped a bit, but his arms almost kind of look long. Like, his forearms look long, so I wonder if that's what it would do. But yeah, that's a really cool pose. I'm excited for this. Let's see. I'm gonna catch up with the chat here again. Ekwon said this Doom could be out before Mezco 89 Batman. There it is. David said I have my moments. Yeah, thanks David for clearing that up for us. Badfish said he's got Danny forearms. Look at those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this will be
Some
cool. And the
gauntlets.
effects, I know like a lot of us 1/6 scale guys don't like effects a lot because of how they've turned out with Hot Toys. They go well with Mezco. Mezco does a good job with them. So I'm excited. This is like almost a perfect figure for Mezco in my mind. Like
Plus,
this
it's
is
comic.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like the Hot Toy stuff is more realistic, so it doesn't. There's no way you can make it look cool, realistic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's always based off of like the movie like special effects where if this is comic they can kind of sculpt
Kinda
it
give
as
more of a
such.
pass.
So do you think
Yeah.
they'll try a Silver Surfer in the near future?
Man.
Or
That would be...
Yeah, you would think for how
That
big
would be
like
the
how
most
much
plain box set, right?
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say is
Well,
Mezco really shines and really does their best when they're doing soft goods stuff, and there'd be no soft goods with that. I wonder if they would just do, because they've kind of experimented with full metal figures, full metal parts, like that Gomez with the golden head. That was legit like a solid piece of metal on his head. It was so goddamn heavy. I wonder if they would just do something like that with the Silver Surfer. If they would just like make him like a really heavy one chunk figure or something like that. I don't know. That's the only way I could see him doing it. I just don't know.
I mean, they can do something similar with just tons of like the hands and effects, blast effects, maybe a warp
that's
tunnel, like a whatever that little tunnel he goes to, the phasing tunnel, whatever.
That's true. Yeah, there would be things that they could do there. But yeah, so really cool. This is a pretty hyped up release. A lot of people are excited for this. I would like them to keep doing Marvel comic stuff. I don't need them to do MCU things. You know, we can find that elsewhere. But give us the comic stuff all day long. Ekwan said they kind of stopped with the X-Men line for some reason. Yeah, they should keep going with that, man. That's literally where they could really show off what they can do. And what they did show off, like that Gambit is good apart from the one-piece chest. Other than that, the Gambit is amazing. Their Wolverine, their new Wolverine's going to be really good. You know, they got Bishop coming out yet, like what Tremble said. But their Cyclops, I like their Cyclops ones. I know a lot of people, the one complaint they had was like the no yellow undies on the one, but still, either way. So moving on here, but really excited about that one. Sean, if you want to grab Mafex.
Yeah, so for the first Mafex figure we have is the Return of Superman Mafex number 181 Steel for $104.99, due out in April 2023. For not being a huge Superman fan, I think this thing looks really cool. I really like the steel look on, like the blue steel on it. The cape and the big hammer kind of reminded me of like Ronin's hammer, but Brenton, what do you think about this? I know you're kind of more into the DC stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks really cool. It looks like he jumped right out of the page from the Death and Return of Superman, major story arc, which is probably the biggest story arc Superman's ever had, or at least the most famous.
Definitely with our generation, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's exciting that they're going down that line. I mean, you could see. So this means like an Eradicator may come, a Superboy may come, since they've already they're releasing Cyborg Superman and Steel, so they're doing all the imitation Superman.
Wait, who's Eradicator from this? I don't remember him.
He
guy with the sunglasses.
Yeah, he has like the glasses because he was.
Is he the one who hires the Superboy or like makes the suit? No, that's Lex Luthor, right?
No, yeah. Lex Luthor makes the
He's a clone of
Superboy.
both.
The Eradicator is like a vigilante Superman that like kills, like he judges people right away and like murders them. So you find out, if you remember, he had the glasses,
That's
like
right.
the yellow glasses.
Yeah.
Now I remember. Yep.
Like his
So,
cape connected to his emblem.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Also makes me think, is there like a Doomsday on the way? Like you're doing all these returns
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
That would be
of
cool.
Superman. Let's see a Doomsday.
So you're also going to get 3 head sculpts, kind of just like a plain staring head sculpt, more of a mean head sculpt, and then also a yelling head sculpt. He comes with 2 rocket booster like looking effects, and then of course his hammer.
That thing's huge.
Yeah, which one does he team up? So he teams up with against Eradicator with it's not Superboy. Who does he team up with when this guy comes? He starts kicking the Eradicator's ass for a little bit, and then the Eradicator kind of shits on him for a bit. But who is he? Because he's like teaming up with someone against him. Which one was that?
It may have been the Cyborg Superman, because I think he played it,
that's what it was.
as he was good, but then he was actually really bad. So he's like,
Yeah.
he's the one that drives kind of Hal Jordan mad, because he blows up Hal Jordan's home city. Like he just wipes it completely off the map, like a nuclear bomb that he drops on it, which I think is what spirals Hal Jordan to become like Parallax then.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, now I remember this. So I didn't read this comic all the way through, I'll admit. I just watched the movie on HBO, the animated movie, which is, from what I've noticed, they're very well done compared to like what the comics are. They're not super offensive to it. Because I've watched the 2 parts of the Dark Knight Returns, and then I haven't done Hush yet, but I also watched I finished Batman Year One a couple of weeks ago.
The year one
The
was
the comic,
the best.
and then what?
year one was the best one. They copied exactly from the comic. Like they didn't.
Yeah,
even
that's what I was
stray.
just gonna say.
Yeah.
I read the comic, and then I was laying in bed, like it was like 11 at night. I finished the comic. I'm like, God, that was good. Now I really want to watch that movie. So I just turned on the TV and turned on the comic or the movie right after I got done reading it, and it's so good.
Yeah.
Um,
So is the Dark Knight. They pretty much were faithful to the
Yep.
source too. I think the
Most
only
of the
one was
Superman
Killing Joke.
ones.
Killing Joke was they strayed a little bit.
yeah,
Well,
that one,
they. Sorry, go
they
ahead.
had, I was gonna say they had to take some off of that one, right? Because wasn't it pretty?
Yeah.
No, they had
gnarly
to
and
add stuff because it's not long enough. Like
Yeah,
the
it's
story is a really short story.
But
Well, they also like made up stuff like Batman
Well, that whole
and Batgirl. had a
Batgirl, yeah,
relationship.
that was
Yeah.
all
was
made
weird.
up. That was all nonsense.
yeah.
But the
So-
Superman ones they've done are really good. So that death and return of Superman 2-part they did, it seems a lot more faithful to the comics, and it kind of replaces the Superman Doomsday, the older one that they did. But that one is great just for the documentary of the creators that were working on Superman at the time, when they were talking about when that death story came out and they're getting death threats and everything. It was insane.
Yo, wow. Never would have thunk. Tremble asks, has Mafex done huge figures? That's hard. I don't think they really have. That's the only reason I would say it'd be weird. To me, I would be surprised if they made Abomination?
Doomsday.
Doomsday. I always get Abomination and Doomsday mixed
Close.
up. They're like the same thing, aren't they? They're just
They're almost.
different.
Marvel and DC.
One's one's
Very
Marvel, one's
different.
DC. It's the only difference. But yeah. So that one, I would say, I wouldn't say that one is a guarantee. While they've been doing a really, I would say the boy one is
Superboy.
yeah, Superboy would come. I would say that they could even make like a Lex Luthor from this series, but
Oh, I'd like to
I
see
don't
that.
know about that one. But I was telling you, Brenton, about it, but yeah, if you need a Doomsday, get that Storm one from Mortal Kombat. That one's really well done. So
Oh, okay.
he's
Well,
a
you know,
little
I
big, but you want him to be big.
I have the 2-pack that DC put out years ago with that Death of Superman, where it was like the DC Essentials one.
Sure.
So I have the Doomsday from that yet, and that one's really great because it comes with like the flag with the torn cape you can put up, and Superman's all bloodied and everything like he is in the comic. It's a great figure.
Mark the Long Halloween is also on my list. I got that one. I got A Death in the Family queued up because I really want to go through that Red Hood line, and I have heard A Death in the Family is pretty much what you want to start with there. So that's kind of what I am going through with right now.
Isn't that one weird? Isn't that one like an interactive game or
A
something?
Death in the Family?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
like just a movie. I thought that one had.
No, I'm
parts.
watching I'm talking about the book. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, read the books.
Batman, I always read the books before I watch anything
Okay.
on them.
Then don't
so-
watch the Hush one. Don't watch that movie.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like how they changed the ending.
I don't even remember.
Gotcha. Yeah, that one's on my list too. But yeah. Either way, so you think this one looks good, Brenton?
Yeah.
You like
yeah,
this?
no, I think that'll be great.
Because you said you're all in on this line now, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure going down this path.
Gotcha.
So the next thing we're gonna get from Mafex is the number 182 Thor comic version for also $104.99, due out in April as well. I think this guy looks great. He screams comic book, with the hair and the big ears on the helmet, and I think the musculature on his legs and on his chest looks good, and then with like kind of like the simple armor that he has, and then the swinging Mjolnir. I think this is a really good figure. Danny, what do you think about this guy?
No, it looks good. I think it's the classic Thor,
Yep.
and they did a really well done job doing it. Also, the twirling hammer looks good effect. Because I have the Walmart Marvel Legends.
Uh-huh.
I think it's the Alex Ross version.
Yeah,
one
like
looks good too.
like the 80-year one, or
Yeah, the anniversary.
Oh yeah.
But I think this one is more, just generic classic Thor, whereas that one looked more, the whatchamacallit, Alex Ross style.
Right. Yeah. There is skip through the next picture there, Dylan. I think my only complaint, I just don't know if it's just a opposing air, or that's just how they chose to do it, but I don't like how he's holding the hammer. I hope there's some kind of like wrist articulation there where he can more point the hammer straight up as opposed to just kind of holding it up like this.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But other than that, I think that's like my only complaint. I love the soft goods cape. I think that looks good, and I think it looks big and bulky like it should be.
If anything, my nitpick, maybe I would like it a little bit bulkier. His body type.
Okay.
Like the arms just a little bit bigger.
Yeah, the arms and the chest, maybe. Yeah.
What
Definitely
was
the arms,
Eddie's?
maybe the
What
chest.
was Eddie's complaint again?
I think it was that he didn't have like an angry head or like a yelling head, something. But then I think we
no
found-
red eyes. He wanted
No
red
red
eyes. That's what he wanted.
Isn't that more Ragnarok, right? Was that more like a
Razor.
Ragnarok?
It was a razor.
I don't remember them ever doing that, but I didn't read a lot of Thor.
It might have been, but yeah, that's what Eddie wanted. But Eddie, who's kind of a Thor purist,
Thor
to be
guy,
honest,
Yeah.
kind of a Thor snob, if you will. He liked this. So
I mean, I think it
Eddie likes
definitely.
that,
I think it definitely has that Viking look that he was looking for.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, so-
Sean, just to point out, apparently you switch out the handles. Like
Right.
there's different handles you put in to have him holding, like that.
Oh,
Those
okay,
are
I
all
see
different.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you
so
skip through, Dylan, we have them right here.
So it's like a hand connected to the handle, so you don't have to worry about putting his hand in the loop.
Okay. Yeah, so on this
Oh, yeah,
you're
there you
going
go.
to get it looks like I don't know what the Mjolnir on the left is, like that little mini one and that little piece attached to it. I'm not 100% sure what that is.
That would go on his belt, I would assume.
Yeah, I
So-
think that's
Oh, that's
okay.
right. That is what
That's
that is.
nice. That's a nice little add-on.
Touch.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't show any. We don't have any pictures of it, but yeah, that one I'm pretty sure goes on his belt.
He is also going to get 4 hands
I
with
always
the
thought it hung
Mjolnir
down.
handle with it too, so that's cool. Which is what
What'd you
Brenton was
say?
talking about.
I thought it hung the other way from his belt.
You mean like
Oh,
by
like
the
that-
handle or something?
Yeah, the
yeah,
heavy end.
by the strap being tied into his belt, I guess.
Interesting. I guess I never even thought of that, but that would be
But I mean, that's what I
extremely.
assume.
That'd be extremely annoying having a Mjolnir like banging against your knee everywhere you go.
That's true. It's like always smashing his
Well,
kneecap.
Yeah.
Think about like anyone that's like a carpenter or wears a tool belt. The hammer
Has
That's
big
true.
nuts.
That's very
upside
true,
down.
Brenton.
What?
That's true.
So I agree with the Oxfather here. Dylan, you sound beautiful on your new mic.
Thank you. But yeah, chat. What do you guys think of this? Tremble says, "I always liked Ultimate Thor. better, but happy for fans of this iteration. Mark P said Thor looks dope. Let me know if there's anyone else has any opinions on here. But yeah, I like the swinging hammer effect too. I think that's should be almost a must with any Thor figure, but
Yeah, definitely.
for the most part. So
This is
You know what this
good.
means, though? It means that a Beta Ray Bill may be coming.
Oh, that'd be
That would be
they'd probably do a
awesome.
very very well job.
That'd be really nice.
interesting. That could be. Yeah, we don't have we have never had a high end version of Beta Ray Bill except for that statue that Eddie had, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey Dylan, since you get a lot of the Mafex and the Mezco, like how do they stack next to each other? What do you think? Like, you think you'd be able to add something like this Thor with like the FF coming out, or?
Yes, it's hard to like compare them because they're totally different types of figures. Obviously, with Mafex, you're going for more of a dynamic look to it. Mezco, you're trying to get a little bit more of a premium look to it. But I will say Mafex has improved Lightyear since this show has started. When we first started, we had zero interest in Mafex, and they started creeping up in price, and we're like, who the hell do they think they are? Well, now their product has caught up to the price increase that they've done over the years.
Okay, I got a question
So-
actually for the panel.
Yeah.
Do you guys prefer the cloth cape, or would you guys want a sculpted?
Cloth, for sure.
Cloth for sure, yeah, definitely.
I think with flying characters, cloth works really well. At least
Yeah.
the cloth
Yeah.
that they use for the
Especially
dynamic.
wired.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like what Mafex like gives almost too much cape, but I'd almost have too much cape than not enough, because you can always do fun things with a lot of cape.
You can maneuver it in a way where it's kind of flying in the wind and looks perfect and stuff.
Yeah. Tremble says cloth. Mark P says cloth. Also, Ekwan says they display well together. Yeah, so that's I was gonna get to that point and I forgot, Sean. But they're nice because they're both a little bit oversized technically for 1/12 scale.
Mm-hmm.
So they are very close to the same size. So they'll scale well. I think the Mafex Spider-Man, technically you could say he's a little tall, but I think he's supposed to be a more grown-up Spider-Man, so it's okay. But I would say they go well for the most part. Danny, what are you writing down?
I know he's taking notes.
No,
Thor, Mafex,
What are you doing?
number 182.
Scales well together.
Yeah.
no, I just
Yeah.
I gotta sign the endorse a check
Jesus.
Now's the time.
Yeah.
before I forget.
Love you, Danny. Okay, so McFarlane. Moving on here, there was a Blackest Night wave, Build-A-Figure wave that came out. So this consisted of Deathstorm. We got Black
Oh, shit,
Lantern,
Carl Rayner.
Superman. Then we got never mind.
Yeah, you put
Sorry.
him towards the bottom there, I think.
Did I?
Yeah,
I
think
I messed up on the picture. Sorry, rookie move.
God damn it.
I'm gonna blame Sean did it. He sabotaged me.
You can blame it on Eddie since he's not here.
Danny,
So I don't-
you signed
yeah,
at
there you go.
9.8.
So I
Huh?
don't have the individual pictures of the others, but this is the one that I wanted to show here. Give me a second.
Like you go to Walmart and you use your debit card and you have to sign and you just put 9.8.
No, I put check ID. I put stolen.
He
check
gets
ID.
he's the point on his.
Danny Lee
Oh, shoot.
9.8. Okay, so this is the
Atrocitus?
wave. We got the Black Lantern, and then we got Superman, and then Batman here. Sorry. And the Build-A-Figure is Atrocitus.
Atrocitus.
Who is that, Danny?
He's the main. I guess next to Sinestro, he's the next biggest, I guess, Green Lantern foe.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like the leader of the Red Lantern, so he
Yeah.
like controls everything, has like the red battery and
Wait, didn't at one time Sinestro and Hal Jordan, like the Green and the Yellow Lanterns, teamed up to battle the Red, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because
that's
they're
how
built
bad
on
this guy
rage.
is.
So like Guy Gardner joined the Red Lanterns because he's always
That's
angry.
right. He got converted. That's right.
Yeah,
So that's how bad this guy is that they had to Sinestro and Hal Jordan had to team up.
Damn.
And they hate it, and those two hate each
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main baddie, so that's crazy. So, oh wow. Yeah, I didn't know he was that big of a bad guy, but so he's the Build-A-Figure in the wave, obviously quite a bit bigger than the rest of them. I'd be willing to bet that they would eventually do a regular release of him. I don't know if it probably won't be anytime soon, though. So Trembles Dust says, but no cat, boo.
Gives me
But
hope
Oh
for
yeah,
like a
he's a little cat
Larfleeze.
guy, right?
I have no clue, I'll be honest.
I don't remember. It's been too long. But I just remember Larfleeze, the Orange Lantern.
Yeah, and the gluttony or whatever.
Yeah, he's very
Lust.
greedy. He's like the Gollum of the lanterns.
Okay. Okay, so then moving on here to Mortal Kombat stuff. We got Commando Spawn. Oh, by the way, sorry, all those Blackest Night, they are $24.99, $24.99, all due July of this year, so 2022.
So they
but
finally went
these-
up, is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah, and I think it also has to do with the whole like DC Direct thing that they're doing as well for some of these. I don't know if these are included in that, but yeah, they're weird. Sometimes their DC stuff is still cheap or still $20. Sometimes they're not. So, but moving on here to Mortal Kombat 11 Commando Spawn. This one's $19.99 and due July of 2022. So this year, and I think again, this is a Commando Spawn. Isn't he supposed to have guns and stuff? I guess he does have it again in the holster, but I'm guessing you can take that out. We just don't have a picture of it. And then the other one is Nighthawk or Nightwolf, not Nighthawk. Also $20 due in July of this year. This one I always liked playing as this character back in the day. I really liked in the old games, one of his axe moves was super cheap. It was like it was like a axe, some sort of like uppercut thing that he did that was really cheap. I don't remember which one it was. But anyways, Baraka is the other one. This is, I think, our third or fourth Baraka we've had. This one's the Tarkatan General version, so also $20 due in July. What are you laughing at, Breton? What'd I say?
No, just Badfish's comment that if you say Mortal Kombat, you have to yell it.
Mortal Kombat.
That's the only way to say it.
Dun. That's kind of cool. I didn't see this.
that's awesome.
The effect, so his spikes on Baraka, he's got like a brain stuck to the one end. That's pretty cool, actually.
Can't give him guns, but you can stab a brain.
Big Blue says Dylan needs to put his collection behind him. So actually, okay, my plan was, you can't really, this is going to be really bad to see. So that's my closet. On this wall was going to be lined with Maju cases. But
nice.
I figured out now, I'm glad that I just did like a small Maju case starter model. I'm still waiting on it, but what I'm going to do now, I think, is I have a bookshelf over there that's just way too small for how many books between Amanda and I we have. So what I'm going to do is put a bigger bookshelf here now, and then on the other side of the wall, now I have, if I put the Maju cases there, I have almost an entire wall that I can use for Maju cases. So
you only bought one case, or did you buy a set?
it was just one of their smallest sets that you can.
Oh, okay.
And I made sure to make sure with the guy there that I can add on in certain areas if need be.
Is it the 6 scale?
Yes, I believe so. I'd have to look. I don't remember the exact one. But yeah, I'm excited for it. It's just like a small little basic one, but I'm definitely gonna get more now.
Trumbo, you could. I have mine mounted.
Yeah, I think that's even an attachment that you could do, right?
They give you L brackets, but I bought wired. Like I just went to the
you
Home
did?
Depot and bought wired.
Okay.
So that like if it tipped, it just catches it, or
It just won't move. I mean, like if it, because I live in California, so earthquakes happen,
yeah,
so
sure.
it just won't, crush me. That's my only main thing.
That would make sense.
Midstream.
Survival.
They just come at you.
Okay, so then that's all we got for McFarlane. Super 7 news. Eddie's going to be sad he missed this. But their Ultimates, Ren and Stimpy, went up. I know we covered their reaction figures, but their Ultimates, Eddie's a huge fan of the show, so he was super excited for these. I think we might have talked him into getting them. But $55 for each or $110 for both, due of spring of 2023, it says on their website. So
These look
they
cool.
come. Is it Ren is the skinny one, right?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
forgot.
Yeah,
So
Ren's the skinny one.
He comes with 3 head sculpts. God, he's so freaky looking with those eyes. The longer you stare at him, the more messed up looking he is. And then Stimpy comes with kind of 2 head sculpts, which his entire body is like his head, kind of. So
Oh yeah, I see that. Or does his face
But-
just pop off?
it might be that like a face plate type thing. But
Super Seven's done a really good job at like bringing to life these, I guess, kind of adult humor
Cartoons.
style cartoons.
yeah,
You know, even with like the Animaniacs and stuff like that. So it's starting to get
I
more
agree.
convincing to pick up.
yeah. Hopefully we talked him into this, so I think we did. But yeah, so that's a kind of a cool release there. And then Bandai, some SH Figuarts had some cool releases here. I'll let you take it over, Sean.
Yeah, so the first one we're going to get is the SH Figuarts Buzz Lightyear Alpha Suit. It's going to be 8,800 yen, including tax, or about $69, not including tax, due out June 2022. I think this guy looks amazing. Like when I first saw this, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. You know, like I've been seeing some of the Lightyear stuff that's been coming out for the movie, but seeing this, I was like, wow, like this guy really pops. Like just the way he looks, like he's articulated, and I kind of like, at least in this, like these pictures, how the suit doesn't look completely like white. It has some kind of like gray tone to it, it looks like. So I hope there's some kind of like shading on the suit, but Eddie was saying like, I almost want to buy this, and I think it would make for a great showcase for us a little bit later down the line when it does come out. What do you guys think? I mean, are you excited for the movie? I hear there's some cool connections to Andy and how he might have watched it and stuff like that.
No, yeah, I'm excited for this. Like I always loved the design of the Toy Story version of Buzz Lightyear. So like to see a more, I guess, elaborate, more detailed version is just a plus. And the articulation everything looks sharp on this figure. Did a good job.
So Brenton, how old were you when the first Toy Story came out?
Was that 95?
I think somewhere around there.
Mid to late 90s.
So if it was 95, it would have been 10.
Okay, so do you get nostalgic from Toy Story at all?
No, because I was very anti-Disney growing up.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't really care for Disney stuff.
Interesting.
It was more like 80s action movies.
Gotcha. That's fair.
Nice.
But yeah, so for me, I really like the Toy Story movies. I've always loved them. I've just never needed a figure from them. I probably won't get this one, but I will say, like Dean always says, objectively speaking, this is a fucking sick figure. Like awesome looking for SH Figuarts. They've hid every joint that you really could worry about. And I know Buzz Lightyear, technically, since he's a toy, right, he has joints anyways. But like this looks natural. Like his knee joints there, his elbow joints, nothing looks super out of place. So I think this looks really good. If we will get it, if we could get this one for, $70 to $90, I think that's a steal for
Who's
what-
making this
Yeah.
again?
SH Figuarts, Tamashii Nation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think it looks great.
Do you think
he's
Hot
also
Toys
gonna,
would make this?
They may. I don't know. I don't know how big this is overseas. That's probably what it would depend on.
yeah.
But yeah, look at his jetpack. That's pretty
That
cool with the
jetpack's
foldable
awesome.
wings.
So that's what I'm not sure. I don't know if it's gonna fold or if they're just like little inserts, that might pop out or not pop out, but like you would just like peg in.
I bet those fold out.
Yeah, it looks like it folds.
And he also has 2 head sculpts. So he has one with that classic purple, like little cloth
Suit.
helmet protector suit, and then he also has the one with his hair as well.
Yeah. So tell us about this then.
Yeah, so this is kind of like the companion piece with it. This is, I believe it's the Chogokin XL-15 spaceship. This is going to be 14,300 yen, including tax, or about $111 USD. Also due, or not also, but due out in July of 2022. This thing is really cool. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be his ship, so definitely a different take on it, especially from what we've seen from the classic Toy Story movie. He's gonna come with a base. He also comes with a smaller but larger version of Emperor Zurg, and then the smaller Buzz Lightyear figure as well.
So this isn't the scale that would fit the SH Figuarts one that we just covered,
It does
right?
not appear to fit it.
Okay. So do you know what scale this is going to be?
No, I don't. I don't at all.
Okay. I really like the design of this ship. What do you guys think overall? I don't mind that
Yeah, I
it's
do
way
too.
different than what we've seen.
It looks
Yeah, I
awesome.
think it looks awesome.
With the convex wings.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Even the engines, they look kind of like, I don't know if you guys were familiar way back in the day with Buck Rogers. Those are how the engines looked like from what I remember.
Yeah, that's
Jeez, Danny. Buck Rogers. Did you watch it right after the Andy Griffith show or what?
Wow. Dude, I caught him on video.
You knew
Yeah.
the order of the shows?
I think this looks really good. I really like the design of this ship. I think it's pretty smooth looking. It goes well. I hope that how this looks, that it will make it do well overseas to where, yeah, we could see it other avenues. But to me, like, this is, if this is the only one we get, you can't be super mad about it, I feel
It's
like.
gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be die cast because if it's the Chogogan line, because I have some of the Macross stuff.
Yep.
Those things are detailed to the nines. I mean,
Yeah.
those
That's, that's like their
landing
premium.
gears. Yeah,
That's their premium line, right?
everything is it's the tampo print too. It's not stickers.
I
So
don't know.
everything
Dylan's
is printed
chick-
all. Yeah, everything is printed on the actual ship.
That's awesome.
I was
So
gonna
it's
say,
not
Dylan's
just
Dylan's
like cheap
Chogokin on that
details.
mic.
Wow.
So yeah, right now with how good the yen is, what this translates to, I think one of the guys in the chat here, was it Tremble, was saying this.
Oh, he's saying 60.
So I think he was talking about Buzz there, but for on Ami Ami, you can get this for $87.23 right now, pretty much. That's what you can pre-order it for. So add on maybe like 20 to $30, and yeah, that'll be right around $100 for shipping, or with shipping, and that's a steal for a Chogokin ship like this. This is, I guarantee, if this movie is any sort of decent, this will be something that will get scooped up in no time. When is this supposed to come out again? Do you guys know?
The figure, the ship, or the movie?
The movie.
The movie.
I
The
don't know.
movie's. It seems like it's been pushed back a while, hasn't it? Like I thought it was supposed to be released. I thought I heard
So-
like news of it so like
I was
years
thinking
ago.
summer. So over the summer sometime.
So the ship is 240 millimeters long, and that would be about 9.44 inches.
Interesting. Okay. And I'm trying to find the release date, and I haven't heard anything.
We should accept that the movie's going to be good, though. Like, I don't think they'll ever mess this up.
June 17th of this year.
June 17th.
Yep. So, yeah, we'll have to see. Keep an eye on the pre-orders there if you like the movie, because I'm guessing if it's good, like I said, the pre-orders could sell out pretty quick. Because the window's going to be done by then, you know.
So the next release is the SH Figuarts Iron Spider, Spider-Man No Way Home Iron Spider. So this is going to be 8,000 yen, including tax, or about $69.99, due out in August of this year. I don't really know what the huge difference is between this one and the SH Figuarts version, minus maybe like the gauntlet that it came with. But I think it looks really good. I missed out on that original SH Figuarts or the final battle release of the Iron Spider, so I might just use this guy as my stand-in SH Figuarts in-game Spider too. But it looks really good. I think the red really pops. I don't remember the red popping this much on the original release or the final battle release, so it's good to see that. And the detail on the spider looks really well too. He will come with, I'm sure he'll come with his normal amount of webs that we tend to see, and then of course he has the Waldo arms, the 4 Waldo arms, which is comic book inaccurate but movie accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one thing that SH Figuarts that I've always really liked that they do with these Spider-Man figures, I don't know if it was Eddie who's pointing this out, but ever since they pointed it out, I've also appreciated it. But those ankle rockers that they do seem to always be pretty good. So, yeah, that's a cool stand-in. I think that's just fine for an endgame one.
Yeah, right now I'm using that integrated suit, or is it the integrated? No, it's the Iron Spider, but it doesn't look anywhere near as good as this will. So, the next one is the Godzilla Final War SH Figuarts Monster Arts X revealed, 12,100 yen, or about $95, due out in September of this year. I think this figure looks really badass. I know nothing about it, so I can't really talk too much on it. Do any of you guys know anything?
What's he doing to Godzilla?
I have no idea what this thing is. I'll be honest, and
Yeah,
I'm obviously into the monster arts, and I have no clue what this is. I've never seen this
I don't
in my
think I've
life,
ever seen this design ever.
but I posted in one of the groups that one of the guy, like, there's a lot of really like diehards for monster arts were huge fans of this. There was teases of this for a while, and some guy posted it in our small talk group, and it was really funny because he was like what did he say? He's like, if this is real, I'm gonna be so happy. If this is wrong, I'm gonna commit crimes or something like that. So yeah, this is something I think a lot of those guys have been waiting on. Because I don't think this isn't like a re-release or anything. Yeah, he said, I'm screaming if this is real. If this is fake, I will commit crimes. So yeah, this is something that a lot of people have liked, I think, or wanted for
I'm
Monster
interested
Arts.
to know if this is going to be super top heavy. Like, you know, they kind of got him in like a bent knee stance, but like if he's just going to be too front heavy to keep him up.
Maybe, I don't know. SH Figuarts always seems to be, or like Bandai stuff seems to always be well balanced for the most part. That is interesting. Like, look where his hands are here, Danny. What is he doing?
Oh, is he doing the thing?
He's
where
like turning. He
wrestling?
turned his elbow, and lift
he's
him straight
trying to
up.
do that thing where he's like lifting Godzilla up by his.
Yeah.
That
Godzilla's
one
arms aren't
wrestling
even
move
that
that
long
they
to
used to
do
always
that.
do.
Yeah.
They twist the arm around and lift him straight up from the arm.
All right. Okay, so one last bit of news here before the trivia. just to kind of quick run through this, because this is kind of just a tease right now, but it's for the kind of TMNT and the, what is it, Universal Monster crossover. They are doing for the Bride of Frankenstein, April O'Neil. So just kind of
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, April O'Neil.
yeah.
Yep.
They're
movie
doing a
one.
crossover. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I wasn't even reading the words on the page. I was like, is that Judith Hogue? That looks like really close to Judith Hogue. And then
Yep.
I read it.
So we don't have any news, just a teaser. We'll cover her more on a later date, but I think this looks
I think
cool.
this
It's a
will
cool
round
line.
out the line though so far, because even on
Pretty
the box
good.
for the Raphael, that's all they have.
Yep, exactly.
Look at those knees. They
So-
look better, though. They look
Okay,
different. than-
I gotta run here real quick and do something for Amanda. I gotta get stuff down off of the bed. So her mom is staying with us, and we have a chair up since we had the carpets cleaned up on the bed. So I gotta go move that. But what I will do is pass the trivia on to Sean here. So get ready, everyone. Oh, there's the alarm that shows trivia.
That's trivia time.
Damn.
Way to
Thanks,
go,
Danny. Appreciate
You just-
the intro.
You just provided. Now you have to be here every time for that. All right, is everyone ready?
Let's do it. So this week's small talk trivia is: what toy company obtained recognition for their stylized line of silent screamers based on the classic black and white silent pictures? Is it A, Archaic Toys, B, Universal Toys, C, Cinema Productions, or D, Aztec Toys? Danny, what do you think?
Dude, I have no idea.
Take a guess. What's your guess?
I'm gonna go. Silent Screamers sounds like
It's your
a
OnlyFans
horror
page.
maybe. So I'm gonna go B, Universal, because Universal owns the horror line.
Right. Okay.
I don't know.
Breton,
I'm going to go A, the Archaic Toys.
Archaic Toys. Man, I really wish Dylan was here for this.
Do you think he would know?
I think he would know.
Wow.
But we do have a right answer in the chat. The correct answer in the order looks like
Hey, what's
Mafia
up,
gave us
Jason?
2 answers. His last answer was D, though, Aztec Toys. So Aztec Toys is the company that that produced these. Does anybody know what Aztec Toys turned into, though?
Jeez,
Anybody
they
in the
followed
chat?
a real life model.
Wait for a second, see if anybody in the chat can figure it out. But it did look like in the order of the chat, Toy Mafia got it. Which
So
would give
what
him-
is something they make now?
3.
I'd be curious.
This is a group that went out of business.
But you said they turned into something. What did
They
make?
did turn into something else.
What's the new company make that they turned into?
Let's see. No one has it. Oh, hold on. Someone does have it. Jason Nelson got it right with Mezco.
Oh wow, Mesco.
Oh wow.
This is so Mez bottom. I guess bottom out pre 2000, I believe. And then Mezco Toys came out in 2000.
Well, they should have known they were going out of business with that name.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting. You know, I wish Dylan would have been here, see if he can figure it out. So hopefully he moves that stuff off the bed pretty quick, and we can ask him. But out of all of these releases so far, guys, anything you are anticipating? Anything you would be interested in from what we've talked about so far?
I think the one realistically, like I might or somewhat consider is that Thor. Was
Thor?
it the Mafex?
Yeah, Mafex Thor
Yeah,
or
the
Mafex Thor.
The Doom looked good, really good. I mean, I've always loved the Doom design, the character design. So, but I don't know. I don't own anything Mezco though. So like the Thor is more likely because I do have Marvel Legends and they can kind of fit in with Marvel Legends.
Yeah, I really like that Thor. I think that's probably the biggest thing I'm hyped, or not the. I'm sorry, not the Thor. The Doom. Just because I can kind of fudge him in there with my cosmic stuff, along with the Thor as well. Breton, what about you?
I'd have to say probably just the Mafex Superman line that we've seen so far. I'm just really curious to see how far they're going to go down that. I would like a lot of figures, but I'm just afraid that they'll release these two and then they'll just be like, whatever, we're going to move on to something else. Because I don't know Mafex history with, how often do they finish lines or like stick with something?
That would definitely be a Dylan question. I don't
Well, I've
currently
been
have any
kind of
Mafex.
following their X-Men and their Batman Hush line. They've gone pretty deep, it seems like,
Yeah.
from what I've seen. And I've been super tempted, but I just cannot pull that trigger yet for the $100 figures or $80 and up figures.
Well, I just ordered that Infinity War Battle on Titan Doctor Strange that Mafex has. So I'm waiting for that to come out.
What made you choose the Mafex over the SH?
The cape. Definitely the cape with that one, because that SH cape has that plastic at the top, and then it turns like halfway through into a cloth cape. So just watching some reviews, like I went and watched some The Amazing stuff, and I didn't like that one as much, so I prefer the entirely cloth cape, which SH changed for the Multiverse of Madness figure.
What do you mean? What part?
That they have a full cloth cape for that figure, because they have that. It looks like they give either a flight stand or an additional stand that you can have like the cloak.
Kind of resting on,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Dylan.
I would have said B.
You would have said B?
That's what I said.
So the answer was actually D. Toy Mafia got that. It was Aztec Toys, but do you know what Aztec Toys turned into, Dylan?
I do not.
It turned into your beloved Mezco, man.
Really?
Yep.
That would make sense with the Silent Screamers with like Nosferatu and stuff that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Jason got it right on his first try too. Thanks for joining, Jason.
Toy Mafia, he shouted out too, so I don't know if I guess he changed his mind or not, but Jason was very close second.
Cool. Yeah, I never would have guessed that one. Okay, so we had no Hasbro Black Series, right? Or Vintage
Black
Collection,
Series.
nothing really Star Wars, but Sean, we had a shit ton for Legends.
Man.
So I'll let you take it over here.
Yeah,
Strap
the
in,
amount of
everyone.
legends here. So they're ramping up some of their 60th anniversary stuff with the Amazing Fantasies. Spiderman, it is going to be $28.99, due out in December 2022. I think he looks great. I think I don't really have any complaints about him. I guess the only thing I have a complaint about is just the prices on a lot of these going up, but it might be the price of admission, I guess, now with some of these retro-ish kind of figures, especially if we're going as far back with Amazing Fantasies. What do you think, Dylan?
Yeah, I don't know anything about Amazing Fantasies or anything like that, but this was a good way to re-release a lot of needed figures, I think, for the most part.
Yeah. So the Spider-Man will have two.
Sorry,
two,
Brenton, what were you going to say?
I was just
Before-
gonna say that was just the first comic that Spider-Man was in
me.
as like
The
to
title.
try him out. So I believe Amazing Fantasy is actually just an anthology title Marvel had at the time to try things.
Interesting.
Yeah, just one of those gateway titles, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's
Wait, is
what
the
they
whole
all
line
were.
called Amazing Fantasy or just this figure?
Yeah. No, I think
No.
it's just that figure.
It's the one.
Yeah,
So,
this
yeah,
one
then
was just
this is
a
probably this.
like this one was like
It's-
just a special anniversary one.
Then it's just the classic, the original Ditko. Look.
Yeah, that's why the
Yeah.
eyes look at the eyes, how small they are, and the blue is different. It looks more
Yeah,
black.
it's really dark. Yeah, the
Yeah.
dark.
Is
almost
that even
black.
blue? Is that or is that just black?
It might be just black. I think it was
think
black
it's
in
black.
the original.
Yeah. So it's
But,
like the Far From Home suit was like a callback. To
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. But he's gonna come with two web swinging webs. He has 6 hands and he has some smaller like I guess like splatting shooting webs. So he has a few things, nothing too crazy. But I think that would match really well with the whole Amazing Fantasies, especially just being like the trial run for Spider-Man for Ditko
So in this
and
picture, it shows his web under his arm.
yeah, okay, so that's what one of them are. It's the webs under his arm. That first
That one, oh, that's what those are. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I see.
See, the great thing about this figure that a lot of people complain about that buy Spider-Man figures is that normally you just get one pair of hands or you get only one switch out. And like almost everyone wants wall crawling hands, and they never come on Spider-Man figures. And it looks like they finally included the wall crawling hands, open hands, web shooting hands. So you get every kind of hand you'd probably want with Spider-Man.
That's true. I don't know what else you'd want for hands.
I thought it was high five hand. Just kidding.
God damn it.
So so the next one we're gonna get is the Spider-Man Marvel Legends Iron Spider for $34.99 or $34.99, due out in December 2022. I really like this. If I see it out in the wild somewhere, I will probably pick it up. But right now, I'm okay. Like I wanted it originally to put next to my Hot Toys a PS4 Iron Spider, but man, for $34 and all you're getting is the arms and then the 2 hands, I don't want to spend that much on a figure for just getting that much. But it has
So
some
he's-
nostalgia for me.
Did you say he's more than the Amazing Fantasy one, and you only get the 2 hand swap outs
Yep.
and those big arms? Oh,
Yep.
that's like a crime. Hasbro.
I just noticed
Yeah.
the chest
what were you
chest
saying?
pieces are different. This one's more of the hinge.
So it has the higher ab crunch, where
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
have the swivel at
The
the top.
fantasy has the swivel.
Yeah, it has an ab crunch and a swivel. If
Oh, this one has both.
the
No,
Amazing
the-
Fantasy does.
Yeah, this one does.
Oh, okay.
That's really the better value. That's going to be like the ultimate Spider-Man figure to own if you're a Marvel Legends collector, the way that looks like to be designed and the
Yeah,
accessories.
that does seem like the better one. But yeah, you like this version of Spider-Man, Sean, don't you?
Later, Trumbull.
I really do. Just the whole
Thanks for tuning in,
storyline, you know. Yeah, thanks, Tribble. Thanks for participating. The whole like storyline of the Iron Spider, like he's more of a side story to Civil War, when Tony kind of helps him out and stuff like that. It's just a really great storyline, and he looks very, very comic accurate. I don't really see too much wrong with him, so he looks really good. Like I
Yeah.
said, if I see him in the stores, I might pick him up, but $34, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know he's going to sell out, and I know people will buy him and things like that. I'm just saying, for me, I
It
wouldn't.
seems like a stretch for what you get.
Yeah.
35
Yeah, are those
is-
arms really worth that amount? Like, because think about the difference that you're paying for those arms. Is that, you think that's a good-
Well, and I wondered about that, and like, you know, the box like art is looking a lot better. I think the box looks really good, but I don't want to spend the extra money for the box because I'm not displaying the box.
They don't even look posable either. It looks like that's what you get. Or are they have hinged at every knot there?
Yeah, they're hinged. I'm
They're
pretty
hinged
sure.
at every single one of those.
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
wonder.
sure.
That would be cool. Hopefully
They'd have to be good quality for sure, but
Even the that original Iron Spider didn't they have hinges at each little elbow?
pretty sure, yeah.
See, I never bought into any of those. I'm like a traditionalist. I just like the standard outfits. I don't like when they put the characters in different suits.
They Archangel.
Angel.
Archangel.
Kurt Angle.
Nice.
That's my WWE podcast today, I guess.
All right, take us to the next one.
Yeah. So the next one we're gonna get is the Future Foundation Spider-Man Stealth Suit, $28.99, also for
What's up?
December. This was one of those ones that they talked about, I think, on PulseCon back in like October, I think. So we're finally seeing him almost. What is that? 8 months later or so. I think he looks cool. I never read any of these parts of the comics or anything like that, so I don't know too much about him. But Danny, do you or Brenton?
I don't know too much about this character.
No, I
or
don't know
this
too much
outfit.
about this one. But I was
just
just going to
looks so
say
much-
he's on the new body.
He looks, yeah, he is. He looks so much like Anti-Venom. That's just all I think of with this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can definitely see that.
But
I mean,
I
I think
said,
he
I-
looks cool. The contrast in the black and the white paint looks really good and stuff. But for again, $28, and then you're getting one web and two hands. I heard it was a new body mold. I think is what they were doing to it.
that's what was that Danny that just said that, or Brenton that just said that it's the new body?
Yeah,
So,
it looks
yeah.
to be the same one as that Amazing Fantasy. So
Oh wow.
Probably
we
the
go.
biggest release that they had was the King in Black Marvel Legends Marvel's Null and Venom 2-pack for $74.99, also for December. I think Null looks great. I think
Yeah, he looks
he
cool. Yeah.
looks just like the comics, as he kind
Necro
of grew
Sword.
into King and the Necro Sword and growing into King in Black and stuff. So I think this is definitely a figure to have. I like how he's a 2-pack with the Venom. The Venom has the wings from King in Black, and they look really good. There is an example of how they are attached if you want to scroll through there. So with how NECA does like their wings and stuff for the gargoyles, I'm really interested in to see how well these are going to hold up, especially because at least in the pictures they look huge. So I'd be curious to how well these guys hold up on the Venom figure. But $74.99 is a steep price for a 2-pack. I
I
think
thought they were actually a little more than that. I thought they were $77.99.
this was the listing on Big Bad. Oh, you know what? It is $79. It's actually $79.99. You are right. So it's an $80 figure or an $80 2-pack.
That's spendy. I know there's a lot of things that they couldn't reuse with Null, right? There's not much else that they can do with him for the most part, but still, man, that seems spendy. And so the first time I ever heard of him. So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know this, but I see on that whole King in Black storyline, it seems like he's kind of the new big baddie in Marvel, right?
He, from what I understand, he is like the god symbiote, and
Yeah, so
He
I know
was-
that from the Venom line, the newest Venom run, or I guess it's not new anymore, but what is it, Donny Cates?
the Donny
one?
Cates
Yeah.
run. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's in that one, and I haven't finished it, I'll admit, but I've gotten through 2 of the collection books, 3 of them, I think. And
The
he plays a big part in that, so I know
Yep.
about him and know of him in that. But I've seen him on that King in Black thing, and a lot of storylines of him against the Avengers and stuff, right?
yeah,
Yeah, but I
there-
think that ends because Eddie takes over as being like the god symbiote. That's why
Sure.
in the
Right.
current stuff, Eddie's the god and Dylan, his son, is Venom
Yep.
now.
Yeah,
Right.
and
So
Dylan
that's
comes
why that
out.
happened. But
Gotcha.
the interesting backstory with that is, so he
Yes.
created that necro sword, and then somehow Gore, the God Butcher, got that necro sword, and that's what he used to kill the gods in the Thor God of Thunder run.
Right. And then the next mention of Null is actually in the Brian Michael Bendis Guardians of the Galaxy. And Venom joins the team, or Flash Thompson joins the team, and there's something wrong with the symbiote. Something's not working right on him. And they take him to the symbiote planet where he actually is like swimming in the ocean of symbiotes. And they learn some stuff along the way about Venom and things like that. But that planet was actually built to imprison Null. So it's a pretty cool backstory,
Yeah,
and that's
that
where
I-
he kind of leads into the Space Knights.
Yeah, he talks about being imprisoned in that on that Venom run as well. I'm pretty sure because he's trying to pretty much get out of it at that point. But anyways, yeah, going back to like the actual figures, it's really hard to justify the cost. With that said, it's really cool to have figures of this guy this early into his history is what it feels like.
And the other thing I was thinking about too, what I'm realizing is like once like Hasbro drops something, typically these other figure 1/12 scale companies that do things a little bit better, such as Mofex or SH Figuarts, some of the other ones will have their rendition of him as well. And then, you'll start seeing the statues and things like that kind of follow. So I wouldn't mind waiting to see who does it better before settling on the Legends.
Between who?
Well, like I've just noticed how like when Hasbro drops something, not too far after, like Mofex or SH will announce their version of it.
Maybe not comic related. They won't. They will with movies. I would be very, 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 very surprised if Mofex does a Null or SH Figuarts does a Null anytime soon, because they're not really. Mofex is known for doing comic book stuff, but they're doing classic, like well-aged runs. They're doing Hush, they're doing Dark Knight Returns, they're doing Death of Superman, some like classics that are considered like that now, ones that have been around for years. I know Null has been around for some time, but not that long in my mind. I think this will be our only.
I think he's
Null
a popular
we'll have for
enough
a while.
character though to maybe pursue.
Maybe, but
The Venom hype is real.
it is.
Well-
It is, but then why hasn't Mofex made any other versions of Venom? The only one they've done is that McFarlane version of him. Like there's like 3 or 4 other versions of Venom that Mofex could have done, and the Carnage one they did was just the classic looking kind of Carnage from some of his first appearances. And so I don't see it. It's very like 10 years from now, 5 years from now, maybe, yes, they're doing it, but I think this is going to be the only Null we have for the longest time, in my opinion. I think this is going to be the only thing we got. If you want a Null, this is the one you have to get. And I think, unfortunately, that's part of the reason for the price as well of
It's the only
$40
one out there.
plus per figure.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this guy since they teased him in, what was it, October? Or whatever, that Hasbro Pulse event they did where they put the retro carded Venom up for pre-order.
Yep.
Because they talked about him coming.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, I can't wait for this. And then they said, oh, it'll be a 2-pack. I was like, okay, $50, I'll do that.
Exactly.
But then when I saw the price, and I was just like, I can't do $80 for just 2 Marvel Legends.
The one thing that's cool is that we're talking about this because we did the showcase, the Small Talk showcase on that animated series Venom. It's got those peg holes in the back there. I bet these wings would fit on that.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
They
So-
just reused the Venom body.
Right.
Maybe repainted it.
Which isn't god awful, that we've liked that. I really do like this Venom a
The
lot, though.
sculpt
That's
of it is
Yeah.
nice.
Me too.
yes.
Yeah.
This is like the one thing that makes yes, it'd be cool to have No, something we don't have yet or haven't had yet. But at the same time, I don't honestly care about the wings. I just really like this Venom overall.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's a
nice.
new body though, because it looks like he has the chest swivel.
I
It almost
think
looks like
think the
the
legs-
Venom movie version. A
I
little bit.
think it's a mix match of a couple because I think the legs are of that animated series one, and then the torso might be from that movie Venom, and the arms might
but-
look, and the hands are for sure from the animated series one. I think.
I don't think they ever made a Venom that the top twisted like Spider-Man, like the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. Like when he's crouched over like that, you see how his...
That's in the hips though. I don't think that's in the chest as much.
Well, go back one, because it looks like in that picture where it's close up with him being bent over, right there.
Oh, you
that
mean
looks
like
li-
down here?
Like slightly above. Nope, where that
No,
like the
this
spider,
this has
that
been
looks
here
like-
before. This was on the animated series one that we did a showcase on. Because we talked about how you could, when you turn it like that, it breaks up the Spider-Man, the
Oh, okay.
emblem on it. So that's been there.
See, I didn't remember that being on. I thought it just had an ab crunch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was on there. Do you remember, Sean?
I don't.
I could have swore it was on
I
there. 'cause,
have
yeah,
it. I can go grab it real quick, but
Yeah, go grab
Because
it quick. But
The ab crunch always ruins the spider too when you crunch it, and like
Yeah.
it looks.
that's
I don't
true.
think
Maybe
There's nothing
that's
you
what
can
I'm
do
thinking.
about that.
No, and I'm not like complaining about that. That's
Yeah.
just how I remembered that. I thought it had that swivel kind of thing, the butterfly thing.
I like
but
the face.
yeah,
The head's
I
still
know.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like it's total McFarlane style.
It's a-
I think.
Yeah, it's a classic Venom. That's like what you want to picture Venom as, right?
Yeah, I have the variant cover of Venom #7 from that Donny Cates run, and it was by Miko Suyan. Is that how you say her name, Danny?
Oh, I know who you're
yeah.
talking about. I've looked at that
But-
that Moon Knight one that she does, but I don't know if I like it a ton.
And it has him with the wings on that cover because it was
Sure.
normally just the dog cover, like the symbiote dog.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool looking cover.
Yeah, I know that artist you're talking about. Is it a here? It's a she. I didn't know that.
It's a she.
I did not know that. She has a Venom cover that I like right now too, where it's just like a zoom in. It's the Lethal Protector variant from Venom. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like zoomed in on his face, kind of. But, anyways,
so go back to that picture really quick.
okay.
So he does have like that ab. It does look more like an ab crunch.
Oh, and it's a waist swivel.
Yeah, it's a waist swivel.
Okay, so you are right. That is new or it's not the animated series, anyways.
So
Brenton. So
Wait,
good
so is
call
that the
there.
same head?
Oops. No, I don't think so.
No, the other. Yeah, that
Yeah, that'll be different. I would hope that would be different.
one. Okay.
Yeah, it looks different. I think it's this one's more elongated, I guess, like more pulled
Yeah.
out. I don't want to say.
All right. Well, let's move on here. But yeah, that was a big release, so I feel like that deserves some time.
let's
wow.
see. So the next one is the Spider-Man Homecomings Marvel Legends Peter Parker and Ned Leeds 2-pack for $57.99, also for December. It's cool that we're getting this, but I can definitely deal without it. I think the coolest part is getting Ned. Peter Parker's cool too. He has a backpack and his bookcase and stuff like that. A book. But the cool thing is Ned has the alternate head where he puts on the Spider-Man mask. So that's cool. Both have a backpack. Peter has the book, 2 extra fisted hands, and then the smiling head sculpt where Ned has the Spider-Man mask and his backpack. Anybody gonna try to get this? I think we're too far away from Homecoming to be getting it now, I think, but
I don't
Yeah.
know. Would you guys get civilian versions of your characters? I would.
No, I don't really care to. But
I wouldn't
it
want
is
Ned.
cool. Like yeah,
it's
like
cool
you
that you're
said,
getting Ned.
Yeah, it's cool to have Ned, but and
Yeah,
I
it's a
gotta
cool
work.
figure.
I gotta like be careful here. But doesn't Ned seem a little dark in this picture
Wow.
to you?
How dare you?
Like I know he has a darker complexion, but
I think he is.
Doesn't he
Pacific
look-
Islander.
No, I think that's probably fairly close to what he is in
okay.
parts of the movie.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, then just ignore me and don't.
If
cancel me.
anything, maybe that Peter's a little too white.
Wow. Only you can say that.
I don't know about that. He's British, so
The next thing we're getting is the Amazing Spider-Man Marvel Legends Spider-Man and Spinneret 2-pack. $57.99 also for December. Honestly, I don't ever remember seeing her in the comics. Maybe like
it's-
on a
Alternate universe, right?
was it an
No,
alternate universe?
it's yeah, I guess you could say that, but it's the Renew Your Vows. That
Oh,
story,
okay.
that arc.
Yeah,
That's
that
where
makes-
she comes from.
I think she looks good. Do y'all know if that's the same Mary Jane sculpt from her
Retro
retro?
line.
I have no clue.
God. That I'm not sure.
But
what did you
both-
say? Sorry.
I was asking if y'all knew if that was the same Mary Jane head sculpt from the retro line.
It would be obviously just be the one on the left, and I don't
Right.
know. I don't think so. But this Spider-Man isn't this different than that one?
Different
pretty
than
sure it is.
the retro one?
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't sure. I was wondering if they just kind of reissued him and threw him in there with the
The big
No,
But
rock.
this
like-
one,
Mary Jane.
He gets the new body too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Like
gonna
that's-
say I think this one's new, and this one comes with the hands that you're saying, Brenton, and a head sculpt. But what these are missing, web effects. They have nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing from what they've shown there.
For
but still, I think I'm gonna get this.
$57.99, but she has 4 hands as well, and then you get the 2 alternate head sculpts.
That's
can't even
that's the
see those
best looking
hands.
Spider-Man though. If you want classic Spider-Man, that one is what you
Agreed.
want.
That's why I said I'm gonna get this one. I had the retro one, and I gave it away as a giveaway for Small Talk. So
wow.
I don't have it anymore. But
That
I will
figure's
probably.
crazy money.
Yeah, I know it's like 80. It was $80 at the time, and now it's like even more than that for Marvel
remember
Legends.
who won it?
Hell no, Manny.
He probably sold
That's
it.
he won
The
that,
one
and
show.
that's when I was like, okay, we got to be done with hosts winning giveaways because that was like too good of a one. But okay, so yeah,
and again,
I'm gonna
the
get
box,
this one.
The box.
I think
looks
this,
awesome.
yeah, I think this one's a good value overall. But yeah, and I'll probably get this one.
Do you like these boxes more? Do you think there's going to be any issues since they got rid of all that plastic?
Oh, you guys have
These are-
not talked about this yet?
The environmental friendly boxes?
No, we really haven't
No.
zeroed in on this a ton yet.
I was gonna ask, but I thought you guys might have said it last.
You
last
know,
episode.
I saw one thing about someone ranting, like, how are we going to know what I guess, like, with the way they're going to be packaged, they were talking about how are we going to know where the Build-A-Figure is? And, like, how do we know if someone didn't swap it out or something like that? I really wasn't sure what they were getting at on that, but, I mean, I think it has plenty of space, and I think it looks cool. I just hope that this isn't where the bulk of the price increases are coming from, because again, I'm not displaying the boxes. I don't technically need the
Yeah.
box. So
Well, I heard people had their biggest fear is that this is where they're going to do that swap. They'll buy it, take the figure they want, put another
Right.
figure in, and take it back to the store and get their money back. And you're not going to know or something.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be a lot easier to do that with these boxes. I think that's
I'm only buying figures online
a big concern of the collectors.
yeah,
because there's no way the employees are gonna check when people.
No.
come
No,
in.
they don't
Man.
do it now. You could see
No.
like some.
I've brought, like, I think at one time I brought 4 Marvel Legends boxes back to someone in the electronics section. And I was like, hey, man, they stole out of all of these. Either the bath was either missing or there was a different bath and just mix match parts and stuff like that. And it's horrible. It's bad here. At least I don't know about where y'all are at, but the swapping is pretty bad here.
I've
Yeah,
never
it's
seen it
not
in
bad
person.
here.
I
No,
just
I
see
haven't
pictures
either.
online.
Dude, people
Same.
can take the BFA, the Build-A-Figures too. Like
Yeah.
those parts, and they just return it and say, "Oh, I don't want it."
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't have a ton of opinions here. You wouldn't think it would make swapping more prevalent because it shows that what's should be in the box like everywhere all over the box, right? So people should be looking at that. You know, like
well,
if
with
you
the
see
clear
on this
plastic,
sleeve
though.
what it is and you pull it out, yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, they had clear plastic that you look through, and people were still doing it, and it looked completely wrong.
Yeah, but you didn't know
Like-
what should have been in there instead. That's what I was saying. This, you have like clear, big pictures on what's in the box. With those
they always
old
had it on the
plastic
back.
ones. I guess, kind of, but like to me, this makes it almost more obvious. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't really.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't really
and
know.
this none of these have been presented with like a Build-A-Figure or anything like that yet. So we'll have to wait and see on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you
Irwin
think they're
makes-
going to move away from those?
This is what
the-
would scare me the most. What Irwin said. How will you know if the paint is messed up? So with a lot
Their
of
eyes
these,
are like looking.
yeah, a lot of
Got
these
googly
cheaper
eyes.
figures, I've legit like passed on NECA figures I've really wanted because the eyes, yeah, are going like this, like a Godzilla figure, and I'm like, I don't want that. He's like looking backwards. I'm like, I don't want a Godzilla like staring backwards. So it's not gonna be as bad with face printing. Like face printing kind of put an end to that for the most part, but I don't know. I think if anything, maybe then
Well-
it just makes them have to up their quality if people are like returning them for it or bitching about it or requesting replacements, whatever. I
don't know,
think
that-
it hopefully should do
That
it.
Thor and Love and Thunder line that was announced, that golden armor Thor, got some close-ups of that face, and his eyes are all everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll have to see. To me, that's the only concern. I don't really care about the box a ton with Marvel Legends, to be honest. I really don't. There's so many other things that I think Irwin's point is what would be my only complaint. Like my only concern, I should say, not complaint. My only concern with the whole thing.
So the next thing is the Spider-Man 60th anniversary Marvel Silk and Dr. Octopus 2-pack. This thing comes pretty stacked, but I think the bulk of the accessories are his arms. It says it has nine accessories. It's an Amazon exclusive. It's due out, or actually, sorry, it's sold out on Amazon, going for $55.99. Were y'all? I can't remember. Were y'all saying that this basically looks like a reissue of Doc Ock?
I think Brenton was saying something like that, weren't you?
Yeah, I thought it looked close to like the one that had been out forever that is hiked in price, and you can't move the arms. They're not posable or anything. They kind of just go where they go. And
That's so stupid.
but I don't.
Yeah.
Why on the girl figure do they not have an ab crunch? It didn't look like. Like, why do they do that?
Yeah, it just looks like it has
And
like
no,
a
there's
upper
not even like a
diaphragm.
hip. There's not even like a hip twist on it either. Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, go back to Doc Ock.
Are you looking at it, Danny?
Yeah.
Like, if the
Are you
head's a
finding
little
that?
bit different, because I don't remember him having that. Like, he
Anything-
smelled something.
The old ones, the paint looks more metallic. The arms,
Yeah. They do stand out more in this, but yeah, it does look like a lot of the same.
it looks very close.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. You know, some of these are renders. We'll have to see if they change any of these or up. I don't know. We'll just have to play it by ear.
So the next 60th anniversary Spider-Man we're going to get is the Spider-Man Noir, and the Spider-Ham 2-pack. This one is $29.99, due out in December. I had the Spider-Ham from the Monster Venom wave. I never had a Spider-Man Noir, but would you guys say this is closer to the animated Spider-Man movie or pretty close to the comic?
This is animated for sure.
Yeah, this looks like out of the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, this is the Spider-Verse one.
I guess for me that kind of sucks though, because they are labeling it the 60th anniversary, you know. So to just almost have a.
Well, I think that's just an umbrella term because it's Spider-Man's 60th. So it's just everything Spider-Man related falls under that.
That could be. Okay, so just to warn everyone, we got like spoilers coming up with the next one. We don't have a slide or anything.
We did talk about it. We did talk about it
go.
last week, but if you weren't here last week, we did talk about Thor: Love and Thunder figures. So if you don't want to be spoiled, come back in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So, like I said before, we did talk about these last show, but the Thor: Love and Thunder Legends have been officially announced and up for pre-order, or now they're now available. Sorry, for $24.99. I kind of only want Jane Foster, Gore, and the armored Thor. So I haven't seen any in store. So I kind of want to see about that eye situation that you were talking about, Brenton. But I already have a few of the group myself, and they were saying that it's pretty much the same as the 2-pack, or pretty close to the 2-pack. Anybody else going to get any of these?
No, I'm passing.
Not me.
I'm not...
Yeah. The only one, if I would maybe see it in the wild, there's two, I guess, that I would consider
Ravager
it.
Thor.
What?
Was it the Ravager Thor?
Is that the one? No, the one on the lower left here.
Yeah, the armored.
That's Ravager Thor.
No,
this is it. I thought this
no, that's
was
the
Ravager
armored
Thor.
Yeah, the one in the middle's.
Yeah.
No, the middle
Ravager
one's Thunderstrike.
What the fuck is going?
What the hell is even that?
Well,
That's
Danny,
the-
we were talking.
That's Thunderstrike look. I mean, from the comics.
That bottom
They're-
left, we were speculating the last
That's what you're
show
saying,
that
Danny.
about Nova, Nova-esque armor.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's the only one I would consider. I don't mind that look. Eddie hated it, of course, but then obviously Christian Bale's villain. What's his name again?
Gore.
Gore.
Damn, that's
yeah,
how he looks
I would.
like. I'm scared of the movie.
I would possibly pick this up in person, depending on how he does in the movie. But what he does in the movie. But we'll see. I'm not super excited for this movie. Like I said, I'm pretty marveled out for the most part. I'm looking for a lot of kind of.
Is that Valkyrie in the corner, or is that Sith?
Yeah,
Bottom right.
It's
King Valkyrie.
King Valkyrie.
Oh,
That's
King
right.
Valkyrie.
Yeah,
Or would it be Queen?
Exactly. That was. You didn't tune in
That
the
was
last show, did
conversation.
you?
Well, we talked about.
That was my whole.
Yeah, we talked
I
about that.
ranted about that. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, do queens not mean anything? Does she identify as man? It's okay if she does. I just don't understand the term.
You know what it means, Danny? Defenders are coming.
Wow. Maybe.
So,
Sorry, that was delayed.
this is an announcement. I think it was today. The Black Panther Legacy Marvel Legends. They're going to be $25, due out on August 1st. We're going to get quite a few from the Black Panther movie. We're going to get this Vibranium Black Panther, Killmonger, Shuri, Nakia. There is a M'Baku Target exclusive, and then there is also another Black Panther Walmart exclusive coming out. So I went ahead and pre-ordered the Black Panther and the Shuri. I really like them. I want to replace the ones that I have right here for my in-game display. I think they'll fit perfectly. Brenton, were you going to get any of these, Brenton?
I'm still on the fence for it. I wonder if can you tell are they using a new body for Black Panther? Because it seems like he has good. He's another one like that Mezco Doom that can do the across the chest kind of arm fold now.
I didn't have that. I guess it was like the Infinity War version, or I don't remember if it was Infinity War or Black Panther, where they came out with the vibranium suit figure. So
I have that one, and I don't think you can do that because I have it from the Solo movie.
Uh-huh.
And you definitely can't get that pose with that figure. I mean, it poses really well. You can do a lot of cool things, but the ab crunch is really loose too, which I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
Looks a little funky in this picture, but for the most
Looks a
part,
little
I think it
thick.
looks good. What?
Looks a little thick.
Yeah, like his torso is like a straight line down the middle. Size-wise,
Yeah.
like he's supposed to be. He's typically slimmer than that, but either way,
Yeah,
it's a
I
cool
would
release. I'm glad they're
assume-
kind of redoing it.
BP more slim.
What would you want to see? I guess the big thing on this is kind of like the, I guess like the face sculpts and things like that are a lot more accurate and stuff. What next legacy line would you guys like to see?
What does
I'm
that
not
mean
too
if it's
familiar with the
legacy?
line. Yeah.
It sounds like
feel-
they're just redoing a movie.
Yeah, they're just I feel like that's just the redo for the movies.
Oh,
I
would
just
like
movie
to s-
properties?
I would like to see the redone just Iron Man, like some of the old Iron Man that they've done. I know they redid like the Mark III with that Ironmonger figure, but that 2-pack. But I'd like to see that by itself again. But I
Right.
would like to see that redone. Captain America never really turns out super well for Marvel Legends, it seems like. Except for whatever, wasn't the Infinity War one really well done? I'm trying to
The
think.
Nomad, like the Nomad version.
Yeah, for that Marvel Legends did for Infinity War Cap. That was like the best.
I hated that one.
Really?
I hated that you only got one of the shields, and the shield wasn't accurate at all.
That's right. It did only come with one of the shields. That was stupid as shit. I don't know. I really don't.
I'd like to see them do something with that original Thor, or not Thor, Hulk movie.
Oh, the Incredible Hulk with Edward
yeah,
Norton.
Edward Norton. That, or I'd like to see some.
That's a deep dig.
And then the other one I'd like to see is Civil War. I'd like to see them do some cool stuff with Civil War.
You know what? I'd
Yeah.
like the first Doctor Strange movie. Like I'd like a Caecilius or something. I don't
Who?
think Caecilius, Mads Mikkelsen,
Oh, okay.
guy from that movie.
Bad guy?
Remember? The bad guy with the glowy eyes.
Yeah. I didn't know his name.
That's okay.
Brenton was so disappointed in you
I
right
know.
there, Danny. He's
How
like,
dare
that's,
you?
that's
Once he
okay.
said Matt Nicholson, I was like, oh, that guy.
He's like,
You
I
should just said
hate you.
him.
Yeah.
Just gonna sit
Yeah.
over here seething now.
Loco says only the hot toys. Yeah, I think if you want to go for the movie ones, you need some higher end ones here. Unless these could just, if you really don't like something enough, you could maybe, but I don't know.
Well, and the other thing too is like, as far as I can tell, these are, besides like the updated paint and things like that, maybe they look a little more accurate. All the accessories are the same for every one of these figures.
Yeah.
Shuri
And I'm-
only has the gauntlets. Nakia only has her little circular knife thing.
And I'm not going to argue with Pudgy. I know we said hot toys for movie portraits, but he is right that this is a well done portrait. For Marvel Legends, this is very well done. If this comes out looking like this, that's some of the best I've seen for Marvel Legends. That's up there with like, who is it from Doctor Strange?
Baron Mordo looks really good.
The
his
Nixon guy.
his like sidekick kind of guy. That's
Wong.
gonna be
Oh,
offensive.
Wong?
Yeah, Wong. Wasn't Wong done really well?
He is. He's really done.
Yeah.
That whole line for the new movie is done
Yeah.
really, really
Yeah.
well.
So yeah, I think that one's you got a point there, Pudgy. This one does look really good, and even here, this one with
looks
the
good.
Killmonger.
Do you think they
Yeah,
tried really hard to get the Chadwick Boseman right? Like they didn't want to screw that up. They wanted to make sure they put out.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it would have been like a disservice if like it came out really bad.
Yeah, I think that was when they're like, we have to get this right.
Yeah, and it's I think Zach's covered the topic on the Tuesday show before on what is too soon, and I feel like this is a fair amount of.
Yeah, they're not just
Time.
trying to cash in. Like, hey, you want this now, and we can make millions.
Sure. But still, they understand, that they can, that people will still want a representation. So yeah, like you said, it's not offensive to him or his estate by any means, in my opinion, anyways. But did you cover this one already, Sean?
Yeah, so you'll get Killmonger in the series. Shuri, Nakia M'Baku is a Target
Is it the
exclusive,
same-
and another Black Panther Walmart exclusive.
What
wow.
was the Black Panther that was Walmart exclusive? What was the difference of that one again?
It has not been announced. Same with M'Baku. So they
Well, I
just
thought I
says-
saw
they
a
say
picture
it's
that
coming. Well, there was the
It doesn't
leak
have
picture.
the purple. Yeah, it doesn't have all the purple on it. It's all black suit. So it's not like he's taking damage.
Sure.
You should have put the main Dora Milaje one.
Yeah, Koye.
Okoye.
Yeah.
She was the
They
Build-A-Figure
really
for
need
that
a
wave.
2-pack for that. Like, so you can army build your Dora Milaje.
I mean, she's more.
they're
relevant
always in
than her, I
pairs.
think.
Who's that
Here's the
other
M'Baku.
one that was in the Falcon Winter Soldier? Do you remember her name? Like, they could do a Koye and
sorry.
her.
Oh,
wouldn't know.
she was like another general or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she was
I can't
pretty
remember her
prevalent in
name.
that.
Are you talking about the bald one?
Well, they're all bald.
She ain't. This one
Yes,
isn't.
the bald one. Well, she's
So-
not really a Dora Milaje, though.
She is in the comics.
Ooh, there's
Well.
M'Baku. Sean.
Yeah, that's really not a good picture, but yeah,
No,
it's
god
basically the Build-A-Figure, and I think the armor looks a lot better. It's a lot more textured, and the paint looks really good. Kind of, it looks sloppy, but I think it looks good for the type of battles that he's gone through and stuff. And then, who was the other one you were saying? Oh, the other Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yep.
So here's the other Black Panther, right here.
Yeah, we'll cover it
But-
on the next show most likely. So
Yeah.
it's really hard to see. Yeah, we'll cover it on the next show, so you guys can tune in there, and we'll have thoughts and opinions there. So, Sean, you gotta keep us rolling here.
Oh yeah. So we got the 6-inch retro line Marvel Legends, the Lizard figure for $29.99. I did not find a due date for this. Oh, you know what? It looks like it says
Man,
April.
why are they so expensive?
Oh, that's not right. That was just the link. But I think this guy looks really cool. The funny thing is it comes with that little, I guess it's like a beaker or the little, where the
The
little
flask?
chemical flask is,
Yeah.
right? That was one of those mystery previews that they did at the end of one of their shows or one of their releases. And they were saying that it might be like a Doc Ock accessory. Well, this is that accessory. So
wow.
it's cool to kind of see that little mystery revealed. But I think this looks great. I think it's a really cool version of the Lizard.
Well, this is awesome because it has that animated series head
Yep.
and then his original appearance in Spider-Man head. That's what he looked like
Right.
when he originally appeared. And then it
Yeah.
also looks like they took from the Scorpion figure that they did a few years ago and it's a wired tail, so it's bendable. It's like a
That
bendy.
looks cool. That's
That
nice.
does. And I know Eddie wasn't excited by this at all, but I mentioned this in the chat that this guy he's a huge player or character in that animated series. Like he's in it a lot, probably the most out of any of his villains, to be honest.
And he works with Spiderman a lot as Kurt Connors.
Well, yeah, at the beginning he does, and then he starts off really popular, or like with him a lot, and like I think he's in the first episode. This guy is, and then he comes back towards like their Secret Wars line in a sense, or Secret Wars storyline in that animated series at the way end where shit starts to get weird. He comes back for that to like help them out. He kind of becomes a good guy for that, but.
Well, he was big as Kurt Connors in like the second season too. That whole mutagenic nightmare when Peter grows the extra arms and he's trying to cure him.
Yeah, he's trying to help him out there. Yeah, he makes a ton of appearances. He's a big player there. So Eddie said he didn't care, but I was like, this is big. Like he's essential if you're collecting retro animated series Spider-Man, which is what this is. You need this figure.
Well, and they're really building this line out fairly quickly. I mean, every couple of months we get a new one.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a long time. It's been like I think Damien was still on the show, like 2 years ago
when that first wave.
Yeah, when they're still coming, when they brought this up, so the first couple figures from it. So
see, that's why I recommend hold off. Wait till they do a Dr. Octopus in that line if you're going to get one, because I feel like they're going to put more effort into that.
Oh yeah, I still say they're, like I said this last show too, that they're gonna do an animated series, another animated series Venom, just not with the cell shading, and then they're gonna do a Carnage, I bet, because Carnage is in that show. He's not for long, but he's in it in a couple episodes. So
we need Chameleon and
Shocker.
Who else?
Oh no,
was I
we got
just thinking?
Shocker, didn't we?
Yeah.
Have they done
Yeah,
a Kraven
he's new.
since that 2-pack?
No.
Kraven, yep.
Yeah,
Kraven
Raven's
and
one.
Chameleon.
Morbius and Blade.
And I don't think we got the Vulture yet, did we? We didn't get a retro Vulture.
No, I don't think so. We got a retro Vulture, but I don't think it was like associated with this line specifically.
Yeah, it didn't have this card back.
Right.
Oh, no.
So the last thing we have for Marvel Legends is the X-Men's Marvel Legends Retro Collection Toad, $34.99, due out in December. This is going in line with their Toy Biz reissues, updates, and stuff. I think he looks really cool. I know absolutely nothing about him, but he comes with the head sculpt with the long tongue, regular head sculpt without the tongue, where he's kind of like grinning and or laughing.
What an ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, for real. And then it does come with the classic base where it's two-sided, where it kind of has the that foresty look that we just saw, and then on the backside it has the X-Men #4 comic cover, which is pretty cool. Comes with a couple extra toads and two extra hands, I should say. Even with the Iron Man and the Captain America that came out, I'm not super impressed by this line. Like, I don't feel like I need any updated Toy Biz stuff, but I know there's a lot of Toy Biz fanatics out there, so it's cool that they're going to get that, but I definitely will not be getting this.
I still don't understand why you hate that Captain America so much. I don't mind it at all, and I typically am not a big Captain guy, so...
I guess it's because I have my one Captain. I thought I'd like this line, and I think what I did is I jumped into the hype of the line when they had it on PulseCon, and I decided to get it because it was Avengers, big Avengers fan. But I already have the 80 years or the 80 anniversary line, and
That's
I
the one
really
I
like
have
those.
too.
So is that one way different than this one?
It's got the scales. It's really nice.
Well, so does
Yeah.
the Toy Biz one.
I think
it
this
does?
one has better accessories. I think the shield's a lot nicer. It doesn't have like that a little electrical effect.
Let me know. Let me
that
know if
this
you want
one
to
has?
do a. Yeah, let me know if you want to do a showcase. I'll do one with you on that if you want to open it up. But if not, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Chat, let us know. It's the Showbiz. It's the retro Legends Captain America. I don't know how many people care about it.
I
but
might
it'd
also
be
just
worth-
sell it off. I don't know.
Yeah. Let us know if you guys want to see it. Force Sean
Do
into
you guys
it.
know if the tongue is bendy?
Yeah, you can see. I thought we saw holes somewhere.
Damn, Danny.
Maybe not.
Wait, what are you trying to do with that tongue?
Yeah, it's in the same position
That'd be
every
cool.
picture.
Yeah.
So. But that's an interesting one to move forward with.
Whoa, G.I. Joe.
So yeah, moving on to GI Joes. So first, what I'll kind of go through. So there's kind of two sets here that was announced in their big broadcast. So first, there's a big list of pre-orders that came out, and then there's a bunch of teases, and we'll get deeper into the teases once they go up for pre-order. But first, to start off, we had Zorana, we had Crimson Guard, and Dusty. Those are all regular releases. You can find them everywhere. And then 3 limited releases that you can only find on Hasbro Pulse or Target is Tiger Force Bazooka and Tiger Force Recondo. And then the Python Patrol Officer. And I pre-ordered the Python Patrol Officer. That's the only one I ordered so far. I was going to get one of them, or I wanted to get this guy actually, the Crimson Guard, but he was sold out on Hasbro Pulse. I'll probably purchase him elsewhere when I can find him. This guy, to me, so
Are these still
when
hard
they
to
announce,
get in stores?
huh?
Are these still hard to get in stores?
No, they've gotten much easier. Target still is just loaded. Whenever I go to my Target, anyways, they're just loaded with the movie ones that didn't sell at all. But these, for the most part, they're not hard to get anymore. If you want to find them, you will find them. And the cool thing about this Crimson Guard is he's seen every figure that every run that you see. You know, we talk about this all the time. How there's some figures that don't come with squat, and it pisses everyone off. They don't realize, they don't understand that those figures are essentially being paid for, or are essentially paying for the ones that are loaded out. So like in this case, the Crimson Guard, he comes with, a sword, like a kind of a knife, 2 guns, and then a big backpack. He comes pretty loaded for the most part, right? So this is that loaded figure that you're getting out of this kind of whole wave. Bazooka, the Tiger Force guy, he comes with pretty much just the bazooka, 4 of the bazooka cartridges, bullets, whatever, rockets, and then his helmet. Shut up. And then I almost got away with it, and then Danny had to fucking laugh. And then Recondo, this guy I actually really wanted to order. I'm kind of mad I didn't. He's got a fucking
Dude, I had the original, I remember.
great stash on him. Great mustache.
Is that why you want to get him?
No, I actually like his. I actually like the kind of machete type knife that he comes with, and then the hat. It's just a different look. But then this guy, I got. This was the Python Patrol Officer. So this one was still up when 20 minutes after they went up on Hasbro Pulse for members. So I was surprised to be able to get him. The one I was surprised that was gone already was this Crimson Guard, but I'm sure he'll come back on Pulse. So I'm just gonna wait it out with all of them.
Do you think it's because that guy's an army builder, so a lot of people are ordering multiple?
You would think
And
then
he's a
he would
kick-ass
sell out
design.
quicker. Yeah, you would think he'd sell out quicker than if that's the case, but I think that they're just making enough of these type of ones nowadays to where they don't really sell out super quick. And to be honest, if I always say Hasbro Pulse, if you're a member, you'll always be able to get what you want as far as exclusives, because they'll just keep they'll keep coming back. So you'll have chances again and again, even though they show sold out now every Friday. I always tell people at 12 or 1 Eastern time, go and check back in stock as a member, and you'll find all kinds of shit that was sold out for weeks or months, whatever. There's all kinds of things that you should be able to get there. But anyways, so yeah, those are the ones I got. Then there's Dusty here. He's obviously kind of the snow camoed one. He doesn't come with a ton either, just besides a couple goggles that make him look like a dork, to be honest. But
Snow camo.
the teases sand camo.
wow.
What did I said? Snow.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah. So desert, like sand camo. Okay. So some of the teases we had was Sergeant Slaughter, and it's going to be a removable hat, whistle that he'll come with, which is interesting because Valaverse, Bobby Vala's got has done a figure of him as well, so that was interesting. But then there's redone Snake Eyes with Timber, kind of a repaint. God damn it, Danny.
That's like the perfect Storm Shadow, though. That's like the ideal one.
Yeah, and then so there's Duke with the Ram Cycle that we're going to get. So that's another Duke, and this is going to be essentially the Tiger Force one of him. And then the Blue Ninja 2-pack Troop Builder. So that one looks really cool. That's the one that caught my attention, was the Blue Ninja Troop Builder. I want that one. And then the G.I. Joe Retro Classified carded Zartan. Apparently it's going to be Sunbow colors / deco. So he's going to turn different colors. And then, yeah, the one you guys said that is pretty much perfectly done is the Storm Shadow with new hands and wrist wrap. A lot of people seem to be pretty happy with a lot of these ones, but these ones aren't up yet. We'll cover them kind of deeper at another point. There's not any updates with Four Horsemen, but one thing I did want to just remind everyone that the Cosmic Legions Book 2 or Wave 2, whatever you want to call it, will close April 1st. So this Sunday, I don't know.
You mean
This will
May 1st?
I mean, May 1st.
May 1st. Yeah, sorry. May 1st. So this coming Sunday. So by the time you hear this, you'll probably have a day or two before you have enough time to purchase it. I did an all in. I don't know. I think I'll actually, believe it or not, I think this time around I'll actually withhold from putting up my personal info on the screen for everyone here.
You sure?
Yeah. I actually will do that, I think. But okay, so Storm, and no news from Storm that we knew of or know of. Nothing big anyways. One thing we wanted to point out, so we covered this DLX Iron Man Mark 50 last show. It was not posted yet. Of course, the next day, pretty sure that Friday after last show, it went up. And it's as expected. It is $100. So yeah, Sean, I meant to leave this on here because we didn't cover it
Yeah,
when it
that
was
was my
actually
bad.
solicited. No, that's all right. So this one's $100 due of Q1 of 2023. So they're all staying consistently priced, and I'm not gonna lie. If I hate that they started with Mark 43 because that's one of my least favorite suits.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see. I'm going to obviously get the Mark 46 with that being my favorite one. I'll probably do this one. We'll see. But if these are turning out well, I wonder if these will make me prompt Hot Toys ones. I don't know. We just talked about how nothing's going to come close to Hot Toy Iron Man figures, but I don't know. I really want to see how good these ones are. So also wanted to kind of point out that there is an accessory pack that they mentioned multiple times coming. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on those ones there. So
That Hulkbuster was pretty cool too that they did from that live unboxing on Monday.
yeah, they seem to be well done figures. For me, I just want to see how I like it personally once I get one in hand. If I feel it's worth $100 or not, I don't know. I'll have to see here, but yeah. Okay, so that's all we got for news. That was kind of a marathon of a news show. I kind of figured that's the way it was going to go with what Marvel Legends dropped on us. Marvel Legends goes dark for 3 months, and you don't hear a damn thing from them, and then they just go off like they did last time around. But anyways, so I don't know if anyone, I mean, people were roasting me with it at the beginning of the show, but I don't know if listeners can tell, I have a different mic. Hopefully I sound a lot better to you guys. I think it does. I'll have to go back and check it out. But I do want to let all of you guys know, thank you to the Patreonies. You guys are the biggest reason we were able to upgrade my mic here within the show. It feels good to be to this point. It bothered me that I was echoing still after all these years. It was driving me nuts that I was echoing with my mic that I had. So I was really excited to go XLR. So finally upgraded the RE320. It's the same one Sean has. I hope I sound good to you guys. Want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you so much. So I got to kind of turn it here because I got on the wrong screen. Can you guys hear me still fine like this?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so we got Sean Fear, Ian Seavey, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, Leo Hernandez, Lima Hernandez, King Louie, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Colley, Ekwan, Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, Chris Letty, David Jones, Sam Gist, Daminator, Joao Breda, Dan Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Kret, Big Fern, King Zachary V, Cesar Maraquint, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomonsky, Rick DiGregorio, The Everyday Collector, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Asusina, The Illustrious Rainer, Alid Morgan, sorry if I messed that up, Alid Morgan, Tukathri Wa, Derek B. Siatzinski, Carlos Saavedra, Matt Clevenger, Seth Tucker, CC3PO, Scott Smith, Don Matten, Bo LeBoy, Jimmy James, Stephen Percha, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Stephen Marina Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Luis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Jimmy Hernandez, Gigi Jargimental, and Brenton Palmer. Thank you, all of you guys. We love you guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate
you.
You
Guys are the ones, again. This is, yeah. You guys let us do
Lord
this.
have mercy, I'm about to bust.
So the Patreon benefits we got is the Bricks and Brews hollow sticker, and then God, we haven't had a small talk hollow sticker for a while. Anyways, so we got the CW Pogs, we got common or chase that you can get. So Zach kind of updated me on that. Give me 1 second here, and I'll kind of pull up what he was saying. But he said the single pack Pog, everyone gets one Pog and they get a random chase or common. These are limited to 25 total. And this is the full sheet that you can get. So, again, that is for our, so these ones are limited to 25 total. So I think these ones are for the highest tier. With the So Many Bees, the Zach Gandalf one, Dino's, etc., the Jumbo one. But if you want to be a Patreon-y, Sweet Angel, $5 a month, you get exclusive swags from Collecting Weekly sent straight to your door. That includes a sticker and then access to Aux After Dark. Crispy, certified Crispy tier, $15 a month. You get Certified Crispy certificate on first pledge, assistance with figure fixes, and then benefits of the previous tier, so those stickers and whatnot there. And then What a Guy, $25 a month there. That one, in this tier, you get an exclusive Pog Deluxe set that we were talking about there on first pledge, doubles of all the stickers we send, and then benefits of the previous tiers. International postage above $5 will be charged at cost for the Pogs. So, there we go. There, that was one of the Pogs that we had done. And then our YouTube channel members. We want to thank Mojo Z78, Absolute Irwin, Test Just 1, DK Avenger 702, OMFG Rick, Mike Coxlong, S Beam, Andreas IB, Daminator, Sam Gist, OG fan, the Pembricas, Mark Pearson, Ben Thomas, Justin Harass, Paul Schreiber, Andrew Givo, CC3PO, Lemur Hernandez, and Carlito, Scarface Al Pacino. Patreon, if you are a Patreon for only 99 cents, you get all the loyalty badges on YouTube for the fun emojis. And then if you want to have access to those without being a Patreon, you can do it for $2.99 a month. And then with all of that, you get member shoutouts. And then just to outline our network here. Loco, hell yes.
Dang, 3 of them, bro.
3 extra Doom Figs from Mezco. That's not a terrible choice. Okay, so then our Tuesday show, that Collecting Weekly live show every Tuesday at 8:30 Central. Only Foods and Collecting. They will be going live next Thursday. They will alternate Thursdays with us, and then we alternate Thursdays with them. So not next Thursday, but the Thursday after. But again, I wanted to quick plug that we are putting in our Small Talk showcase for the NECA Demona figure with Eddie. We will be putting that up next Thursday night. And then we got After Dark on Wednesdays, Bricks and Brews. When is that Bricks and Brews again?
I think it's this Sunday.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to make sure of that. This Sunday, and then we got the Ringcast with Mark. Collecting Weekly got live unboxing every Monday. Collectors Club, which is that every Friday or just some Fridays right now?
It's every Friday now.
It's every
Okay.
Friday now.
And then we got Pose Wars, and then Live and Let Dice, which I believe is coming back this weekend as well. And if you want to join us or support us in other ways, we have with T Republic. I think not too long ago there's deals going on. I haven't checked it. I haven't checked it recently, but you can get some cool T-shirt designs there to support us. I'll put the link in the chat here, so feel free to check that out. And then on social media, we got Collecting Weekly Facebook page, and then our group, Collecting Weekly Auxiliary. That's the big one you'll want to join, where you'll have fun with all of us in there. And then the Collecting Weekly Live Instagram, and then at Collecting Weekly _clips for some of our funniest moments, and then at the _everyday_collector to follow John, and then we got to get in and outs of collecting taken off there, but. Yeah, so that's all we got. Great show, guys. That was a marathon. My mouth is all dry now, but thanks for joining. Sorry we kind of had to run through the GI Joes, Danny. I wanted to have you on, kind of talk about them longer, but
Next time.
I figured the show was getting longer. Have you gotten any of those? Have you gotten any of those GI Joes recently?
No, none. Because I heard beginning they were like super hard to get, so I didn't want to dip in. But I've been always like just watching from the sidelines, looking at all the releases, and they all look amazing.
It's so annoying to me because I've really liked them, and I started with them, and I went away from it because of that. Because of how hard they were to get, I got pissed, and then I said I'm not done collecting them. Well, then they made them easier to get, and now I've been getting back into them. But I like using them for other things. I like the Troopers because you can use them with anything else,
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Anyways, do you guys have any kind of lasting shout outs here? Anything you want to?
Just thanks to the chat. They did a lot of good participation as always. It's good to see everybody out.
Yeah, Loco, hit me up. I don't know what we'll have available. Yeah, hit me up. I'm happy to have anyone that approaches me on the show. There's another listener I have to follow up with as well that wanted to kind of talk about some retro Star Wars figures that I want to do a show with, and I also still want to do the TVC show with Chris Letty and Mark, and a couple other people I'd want to throw on there, I think. Sorry, I'm just like working this out in my head at this time. But yeah, so we still want to do that. But yeah, Loco, I definitely want to have you on.
Dude, Loco's very knowledgeable with the small figs.
Yeah. That'd be awesome to have him on. I love having new people on, and I've checked out Pretty
Dude,
sure I
Andrew's
checked out.
funny as hell.
Yeah, I was gonna say I watched him before, so yeah, no, that'd be fun. I'm happy to have him on. So, okay, we better call it a night. Brenton, Danny, you guys have any last shout outs?
Nah, that's it.
Awesome.
Just
Yeah,
shout out, thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks
it.
for having me on also.
of course. Thanks for joining, guys. And yeah, shout out to you, chat. Thanks for being lit tonight, as always. And then, shout out to the Patreons to helping me upgrade to XLR. Thank you guys so much. But anyways,
Sound crispy.
thanks. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Small Talk, the show where we talk about absolutely nothing important at all. Goodbye. Good night. Have a great
Good night,
evening.
guys.
Bye,
Good
guys.
night.